It's always a pleasure to come on here and realize that my trivia knowledge can always improve. Thanks, Ben.
Ring, 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 ding a ding, ring 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 a ding, a ding, a ring, 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 ring a ding.
OGS less than 3 less than 3 less than 3. Thanks Proogs and Mr. MC Ben. Good luck to all and thanks for another fun season.
Good evening, and welcome to the Season 18 finale of Game Night, Episode 18. It is Saturday the 28th of June. I hope you're all doing well. Lovely to have all of you here. Thank you very much to Proofs for that pack of Plinko right there. And another message from our sponsor, Kegler Coach.
Ooh, forgot to say choo-choo. Worth it.
Thank you for the 100 bits, Kegler Coach, and for the previous 100 bits that you gave that didn't play because I don't have any audio other than the video on that previous scene. And for the 100 bits before that as well, Kegler Coach, for the kind words as we see Season 18 off. TVP, thank you for the 100 bits as well, and your thank you message to Proogs. And Kegler Coach, also thank you for the 33-month resubscription. I'm thanking you a lot tonight, Kegler Coach. Let me get around to the greetings. I'm sure I'll greet you while I'm there as well. Who have we got tonight? Let's have a look. Good evening to SJ and Stilgar, Matt the Sprat and JR, Ardenford, CJ, 8 Minky, AB Me, Shapes and Toot. Good evening to Stimson's Angle and Vertigo, Proogs and Clayton, TVP and Kirst Tuke. Good evening, Michael and Mark and BC and Jerry. Mini Flush, great to see you. Hope you're keeping well, my dude. Welcome on in. Clive of Legend, welcome to you. Naughty Goth, Lupine, Geisens, Maxio, Samster, Solomon, Oni, Puzzle Dam, Fluffy Bunny, Silent Marine, Conradalac, Flyboy, Kegler Coach, Silver Electron, and anyone else who is lurking, loitering, and lingering in the chat. You are most welcome to be here. Thank you so much for joining me for this season finale. Dexter is fine. Would you like to see him? Come on, Bear. Here he is. Ah, it's Doggy. Doggo Bear. He is a good boy. Yes. Aren't you? Look, are you looking out? Doggo stream. Yay. Bow wow. Bow wow indeed. And here's a message from our sponsor, TVP. Oh, no message from the sponsor, but thank you for the subscription there, TVPA Polska. Most grateful to you. And yes, it's the final doggo of the season. Because yes, we're going to see you for 2 weeks now. For 2 whole weeks. Yes, because of course it is the season finale, which means I'm going for a little hiatus after tonight's episode. But before I tell you about that, here's a message from our sponsor, Zeusless.
Rooster, 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 bone, rooster, rooster, rooster.
And also with you, Zeus. Thank you very much for the 52-month subscription, 1 month for every deck and every card in a deck. What am I after? Game with Cam. What comes after a hiatus? Hiatus? No, the next season comes after the hiatus, doesn't it? Very funny. Welcome to the stream as well, Zeus. Hope you're keeping well. So yeah, it's the season finale tonight, which means we've got this, and then I'm off for the next 3 streams. So no streams at all next week, Thursday and Saturday. No stream the following Thursday either. I'm then back on Saturday, the 12th of July. But before I start rabbiting on about the next season and the hiatus, we've got the small matter of this evening's games to look forward to. We've already had Plinko from Prugs. We've now got Red Herrings, which has been written by JR. And proofed by me. Very wholesome pack. This will have a lot of fun with this. Also, thank you very much to Colo for proofing Prugs' pack as well. So come and join the game if you'd like to play. Universal controller is there. Room code is there. Coming up a little bit later on, we are going to have the Escape Artist, the final quiz of the season, which has been written by Dogfish. Very grateful to them, and grateful to Inca as well, who's proofed it. And of course, we will wrap things up with the petty prize draw as we do every season. Yes, a reminder, this is a good opportunity to cash in your micro pennies. I've seen a few people doing that already, but last chance you're going to get this season. If you've got up to 1,000 micro pennies, you can trade them in for 100 actual pennies. No. I can't remember what the exchange rate is. If you've got, is it 10,000 micro pennies? You can exchange them for 1,000. How much is 1,000 pennies? Cash 10,000. So if you've got 10,000 micro pennies, that's it. I don't know my own conversion rate. If you've got 10,000 micro pennies, you can cash them in for 1,000 pennies. Last opportunity of the season. And of course, here's a message from our sponsor, Puzzle Dan.
I would like to point out it's hotter than the sun outside, Ben. Just a casual reminder.
Thank you for the casual reminder, Puzzle Dan, and the 100 bits. I don't know if it's quite that hot. So my brother texted me saying he thought the parkrun was really hot this morning. I thought it was reasonably hot, but not massively hot. It was quite overcast where I am. So, yeah. But anyway, don't forget that those pennies will be used in the penny prize draw. Each penny that you've got come the end of the season will be a raffle ticket for one of 10 prizes that we have got to give away at the end of the night. You can find out how much you've got at the moment by typing in !pennies into the chat. And there's another 1,000 pennies being cashed in by Zeus. Let's pay those out. We just had the end of the second time round the loop, and it looks like we've got plenty of people in the lobby, so I think we're going to get going with the first game of the night. It is Red Herrings. It's been written by JR and proofed by me. Lots to like about this pack, and I hope you have fun. If you're ready, let's lock you in and play Red Herrings. I don't have this on my soundboard, but definitely should. Birds, what are they? We just don't know. In this round, you need to answer the 12 questions using the options available. You get 1 point for each correct answer. You lose a point for each incorrect answer. Additionally, bonus questions may appear, which are worth 3 points if... Oh, hello, voice crack. 3 points if correct, but will cost you 3 points if incorrect. There's no obligation to play any of the questions, so in this round, sometimes if you're not sure, an abstention might be the best strategy. I'll give you a bonus of 2 points if you get a perfect round. As ever, answers are not used more than once. There are 4 red herrings hidden on the grid, which will never be correct. After each question, I will show you the answer, but I won't remove it from your grid, so the onus is on you to keep track of which answers have gone, because they won't come up as answers again. So keep a little mental tally of the answers that have gone. They'll always be in the same order on your device, but they'll all be pressable at all times. Okay, so those are the rules for this first round. Let's take a look at our board. We've got penguin, vulture, crow, eagle, harrier, blue jay, rook, tit, kingfisher, canary, hobby, booby, nightingale, sparrow, duck, and swallow. So I don't know why I pressed the button for those 3. Yes, indeed, tits, boobies, and swallow, all on the board. It's a real party tonight, a real finale party. That's not tit, it's epony or epony. Why? I don't know. I have no idea. Anyway, we just don't know, but do you know these birds? It's a very simple, straightforward round. All you've got to do is match the bird to the description. Yeah, this is that's the less wholesome bit of the stream. Yeah, very funny all the same. Right, if you're ready, gang, fingers on devices. Good luck, have fun. Here's question number 1. In cricket, a score of 0 runs. I'm not leaning on the soundboard, Matt the Sprat. That's a duck. Most of us getting that. Yes, if you get no runs in cricket, we call that a duck. Out for a duck. And here we go. Here's our first bonus question. 3 if you're right, -3 if you're wrong. Take a look at this. A popular tabletop soccer game gets its name from this bird's scientific name. It's worth 3 points if it is right, but it will cost you 3 if you're wrong. Bad luck, Conrad. It's Hobby. Falco Sabutio, the creator, Peter Adolf, wanted to call this game The Hobby, but he couldn't get the trademark for it. Well done if you got that. Here's another one. One of 2 pieces involved in castling. Thank you, Mark. I've got the host notes for this game. I can manage. Thank you all the same, though. Almost a sea of green there. It's a rook from the little-known board game Chess, which you may have come across. Bloody hell, here's a second bonus question. They can't be consecutive, so this is the maximum bonuses we could have had so far. Here's another. Welsh rock band, Those Damn Blanks. +3 if you're right, -3 if you're wrong. You don't have to play. Yeah, finale bonuses. I'm not controlling them. They are just RNG. Well done if you got this one. Those Damn Crows. Welsh rock band, Those Damn Crows. Here's another one for you. Question number 5. Tux, the Linux mascot. Tux, the Linux mascot. I'm going to summon Tipster. He's a penguin, so he is. Because, of course, penguins wear tuxedos. Do you know they bow and curtsy at each other before they make love, penguins? That's quite fun. Question 6. A family of jet-powered attack aircraft with the ability to take off and land vertically. I think it's really cute, Emperor Penguin. So, good evening, Mr. Penguin. Good evening, Mrs. Penguin. They also projectile excrete, which is quite funny. Harrier is the answer we wanted there, like the Harrier jump jet. Okay, so another bonus. Here's our third bonus on question number 7. Well, let's take a look and see what it brings. 3 points if you're right, -3 if you're wrong. Take a look. Young photographer who encounters the Weeping Angels in the Doctor Who episode Blink. I have got some extra information. It's Sparrow, Sally Sparrow. I've got some extra information which I will give you at the end because it might be a bit of a spoiler for answers that haven't gone yet. Here's your next question. A type of investment fund that purchases distressed assets. That's a vulture investment, or vulture fund is what they're called. Well done if you got that one. Here's another question for you, question 9. The subject of an 1886 Van Gogh painting. What if you got this one? It's a bit trickier. This one is Kingfisher. There is also a green parrot, but it's disputed as to whether it's by Van Gogh. And also parrot is not an option on this board. The Kingfisher was the answer. Question 10. The trading company in Only Fools and Horses, abbreviated. Well, and if you remember this, it's the TIT, Trotters Independent Traders, or trading, if you prefer. And here's question number 11. One of Toronto's team in MLB. They are the Toronto Blue Jays. So Blue Jay is what we wanted there. One player would be a Blue Jay singular. Final question. A term for an early warning system. A term for an early warning system. That would be the humble canary, from where we get the expression a canary in a coal mine. That's the end of the round. Let's reveal the remaining red herrings. Eagle, booby, nightingale, and swallow were your red herrings there. That's the end of round one. Any bonuses to administer? No. Everyone getting at least one question wrong or abstaining. That's the end of round one. No bonuses to go up, but some high scores, it has to be said. Who's leading? Ralph with a score of 14 is in front. Michael second with 13. And Fetz and Cola are currently in third with 12. Yeah, just to let you know on that Doctor Who question, Sally Sparrow Nightingale, which was one of the red herrings there, was the surname of two of the characters in the episode. One was Sally's friend who got sent back in time. That's not that much of a spoiler. It happens in the first sort of 10 minutes or so. And the other was that friend's brother who worked in a video store. Neither of them were photographers, though. There was a Nightingale in the episode Blink, which is a very good episode of Doctor Who, and I would highly recommend it. I'm not being paid to say that. I'm just a fan. So that's about all we've got to say on that. I got through the rest of the trivia as we went, and I just realised, I mean, I proved this earlier on, and I've only just realised that the notes that JR left for me in the columns for tit and booby, he's gone, here, tit, and...
Ring.
Oh, no, not that one. Booby as well. He didn't put it next to Swallow, though, because he's obviously more of a mature individual than I am. Anyway, well done if you got some points out of that. Still plenty of points up for grabs as we play on to round number 2. Ostensibly, JR. It was an old joke if the I've given away the punchline already, but if the dove is the bird of peace, what is the bird of true love? The swallow, isn't it? Anyway, moving on rapidly. A film study in Scarlet is round 2. Sherlock Holmes, says Mark, possibly. Sorry, Joe. Yeah. Oh no, I keep pressing 2 buttons. This is why I need to use the soundboard that's up there. Then I can only press 1. Shame indeed. Right, answer the 12 questions using the options available. Spain. So that's where Sean Connery goes on his holidays. Yes, that's a great guy. I'll go to Spain. Well, he did before he died. Rest in peace. Answer 12 questions using the options available. Answer faster to earn more points in this round. Answering incorrectly will freeze you out of the following questions. So you not only don't get points for the question you get wrong, you also don't get a crack at the question immediately after it. If you answer in the first 5 seconds, you get 3 points. The next 5 seconds, you get 2. The last 5 seconds, you get 1. Sean Connery? Yeah, Sean Connery died like 8 years ago, proves. You should read a paper from time to time. Bonus questions, as before, may appear. They won't appear first, last, or consecutive. That's important to remember if you're tracking when they might show up, because you can be frozen out of a bonus and you can be frozen out on a bonus. Like I say, they won't be first, last, or consecutive. When those bonuses appear, they are worth 5 points flat rate, no timed element to them. You get a perfect round and 12 questions correct here. I will give you a bonus of 3 points at the end of the round. And once again, answers will not be used more than once. They will always appear on your devices, so keep a mental tally of the answers that have gone. They won't be used again. There's 4 red herrings on this grid. They will never be the correct answer. The reign of Spain is mainly between games. Indeed it is. Nando, welcome to the stream, my dude. Hope you're keeping well. So, it's a film study in Scarlet. Let's take a look at our options. Clockwork Tomato, Scarlet Submarine, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, 50 Shades of Red, The Ruby Compass, Red Lantern, Red is the Warmest Colour, Men in Burgundy, The Man with the Garnet Gun, Scarlet Widow, Red Sparrow, Moulin Rouge, The Poppy Panther, Brick Panther, The Red Rose of Cairo, and The Hunt for Red October. Oh, fish! Says JR. I've been asked to remake a whole bunch of colourful films, but the only colour I have on my palette is red. Can you figure out which films I've remade based on the changes I had to make? Slumdog Vermillionaire. Very clever, Mark. I like that a lot. Slumdog Vermillionaire. Right, fingers on devices, everybody. It's a film study in Scarlet. Good luck. Have fun. Here's question number 1. I kept forgetting what this Marvel hero's name is, so I changed it to match the name of the person who portrays them. Scarlet Widow, which was originally Black Widow, which starred Scarlett Johansson. Holy cow! It's a bonus question already, and if you're orange, you're frozen out, I'm afraid. 5 points if you can give me a right answer to this. Take a look. Rather appropriately for a Depression-era romantic movie, I replaced the eponymous flower with a cheaper but more romantic alternative. That is the Red Rose of Cairo, originally the Purple Rose of Cairo. Slightly more obscure one there, I think. Orange, if you're frozen out, here's another question. I ran out of budget for this superhero film, so I armed the hero with things I found from a local construction site. That would be Brick Panther rather than Black Panther. And to question number 4, Orange, if you're frozen out. I couldn't afford a diamond for this crime caper, so I had Jacques Clouseau chasing after a gentleman flower thief instead. That's the Poppy Panther, as opposed to the Pink Panther, which it was originally. Orange, if you're frozen out, here's another question. I had to come up with a new Nadsat word when I switched out one fruit for another in this Stanley Kubrick film. Black Panthers, Pink Panthers, Black Widows, Red Widows, Scarlet Widows, yeah. There's a lot of red herrings up here. Clockwork Tomato, as opposed to a Clockwork Orange in that case. I don't know if you got that. To our next one, question 6. The lead actor was less than impressed when I provided him with a recolored prop for this spy thriller. That's The Man with the Garnet Gun, as opposed to The Man with the Golden Gun, that Bond film starring Roger Moore. Here's another bonus question. Orange, if you're frozen out, I'm afraid. 5 points flat rate if you can tell me the answer to this question. This French romance film actually went pretty well, although I did need to convince one of the romantic leads to dye her hair red. Red is the warmest colour. Originally, blue is the warmest colour. Well done if you got that one. To our next question, Orange, if you're frozen out. The eponymous MacGuffin still looks pretty good and still reveals the truth, even if I swap the material it was made from to a precious gemstone. The Ruby Compass rather than the Golden Compass, which it was originally before the rewrites. On to 9. No frozen out players this time. E.L. James was a bit upset when I suggested we change the name of the male lead in this adaptation of her novel. What fun! Topper, welcome to the stream. How wholesome to see you. Welcome on in, my dude. Hope you're keeping well. 50 Shades of Red, as opposed to 50 Shades of Grey, which it was originally, that excellent wholesome novel. Here's another bonus question for you. Orange, if you're frozen out. Just Stimpson's, Angle and Solomon. Here is the question. I had to give the agents some slightly different coloured suits as they fight aliens in New York. Well, I'm having fun, Clive, even if you're not. But no one is forcing you to be here, Clive. Men in Burgundy is the answer, rather than the original Men in Black. Penultimate question of the round. Puzzle Dan, you're frozen out. I had to repaint the set after some Liverpudlians took it for a joyride. Obligation. You're obligated to be here. Oh, excuse me. That's the Scarlet Submarine, originally the Yellow Submarine. The man with the garnet gun is holding Clive hostage. We should hold a bake sale to raise his ransom. Final question of the round. I had to rewrite the script to make this DC film about the comic book villains rather than the heroes. All contractually obliged to quiz. That would be Red Lantern, originally Green Lantern when it was about the heroes. And that's the final question. The Red Herrings, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, Red Sparrow, Moulin Rouge, and The Hunt for Red October. Any bonuses? none once again. Everybody getting at least one question wrong there, but again, some big scores and some changes at the top. Just to let you know that all 4 of the red herrings were already red. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, Red Sparrow, Moulin Rouge, and The Hunt for Red October were all originally had that shade of red in their title. And at the end of Already Red, indeed so. Not like Ready Breck. Oh, remember Ready Breck? Those were the days. Oh, I've got all 90s on you all of a sudden. AB Me takes the lead now with 44. Cola is in second with 43. And Clive is in third with 41. It's all rather tight at the top, though. Ralph and Oni both on 39. Ben and Fetz on 38. Apodo 34. Mark and Nando 33. Fluffy Bunny, Matt, Prug, Silver Electron all on 32. Vertigo 31. Shapes on 30. So almost that entire left-hand side are on north of 30 within 15 of the top scorer. 8 Minky 29, still got 27, CJ 26, Maxio 24, as is Stimpson, as is Toucan, SJ and Zeus on 23, Jogging and Michael on 20, Puzzle Down on 18, Goth Phi and Kegler and Marcina on 16, Solomon's on 15, Flyboy 14, Conrad 7, and Clayton is breaking even at the moment, but still got 2 rounds to go. Already red, indeed so. Don't forget you can suggest raid messages for tonight's stream. I will start filtering them. Finale in it has got to be one. Chestion. Yeah. The reign of Spain is mainly between games. That's quite clever. Already red already. Already red. Ready red is the second rule of JR. What? Anyway, keep your raid message suggestions coming in. I'll pick my favourite later on to be our raid message for the evening. Hi to you as well, 8 Minky. Nice to have you here. Goniol 90 Sonus. I don't know what that means. I don't think you know neither. Slumdog for Millionaire is getting a tick. I like that a lot, Mark. Yeah, keep them coming in. I'll review those in due course. For now, let's go on to round number 3. Oh, gone all 90s on us. Is that what it says? I thought it said Sonus at the end. That's... I thought it said Sonus. I, Ben Lathbury, take full responsibility for the Profumo affair. Yeah, I do. I can only apologise. Round 3, Passepartout's Passport. Answer the 9 questions using the options available. Earn more points for each consecutive correct answer, so there's a bit of a streak bonus. Sausadal Bumpot. Stop it, all of you. Earn more points for each consecutive correct answer. Answering incorrect will break your streak. Abstaining will give you no points for the question, but it will preserve your streak. So the first 3, you get 1, then 2, then 3. If you abstain on question 4, but then get the one after that right, that one will be worth 4. So it's one of those rounds, if you've got a bit of a streak going on, abstention might be a better strategy than taking a risk. No bonus questions in this round, but I will give you 5 points if you can get a perfect round. As before, answers will not be used more than once, but will be pressable at all times, so keep a mental tally of the answers that have already gone. There's 3 red herrings hidden on the grid, which will never be correct. Okie dokie. The colour of money is red. Bonus for streaking. Yes, I suppose there is in this round. Apodo, welcome both of you to the stream. Great to have you here. Let's take a look at the answers for Passepartout's Passport. Queenstown, Victoria, Yokohama, San Francisco, Tokyo, Paris, New York, Suez, Beijing, Calcutta, Bombay, and London are your options. And I need you to identify the places that Passepartout, and indeed Phileas Fogg, travelled through on their adventures in Around the World in 80 Days. No, I don't think they went to Manchester and Around the World in 80 Days, Bruce. I mean, it might be culturally out of this world in Manchester, but it's not actually in a different country other than the UK. That's a little thing for you to note on this. The names in the question are what the places would have been called at the time of the novel's writing. Around Manchester in 80 minutes. I don't know about that. Have you tried travelling on the... What's the Manchester up to? The M60? Have you tried going around the M60 at rush hour? It's going to take you a lot more than 80 minutes. The Crystal Maze... I don't know. I'm not sure they had it in whenever Around the World in 80 Days was written, 1842. And if you don't have a driver's license, then no, you won't be able to go around the M60 at rush hour. Anyway, so yes, remember the names are going to be what the places would have been called at the time the novel was written. Okay, so just something to bear in mind. Unique name for the parking lot. I had one of those the other day. Welcome to the stream, Dogfish, by the way. Yeah, sitting in my favourite car park, which is the A27 on a hot summer's day, or the A27 bypass, and every man and his dog and their dog's dog are going down to West Wittering Beach, and the traffic is just eye-watering and not remotely fun. Anyway, let's get on with the quiz, as a famous Sam once said. It's Passepartout's passport. Good luck, have fun. Here's question number 1. Dogs were driving down, they were. Was divided into 4 rings, or wands, in 1857. Tricky one to start with, a lot of sausage going on there. This is Victoria, Hong Kong. I'll say a bit more about that a bit later on. For now, let's go on to question number 2. Just down on a street for now. Location of the Cup Noodle Museum. A slightly tricky one there. That's Yokohama, where you can design your own instant ramen. There are actually 2. The other is in Ikeda. Not IKEA, Ikeda, Japanese city. Number 3, home to the oldest Asian electric tramway. Proving very tricky. A lot of you getting in the right area, but falling into some heffalump traps. Calcutta, which is now Kolkata. Name was changed in 2001. Question 4. Located on the Prime Meridian. That would be London, where we get Greenwich on the Prime Meridian. Well done if you got that. To our next question. Home to the world's first mechanically ventilated vehicular tunnel, which goes under a river. Looking for famous river places up there. Oh, we are struggling, aren't we? That's New York. It passes under the Hudson River in New York. To our next one. The final port of call of the RMS Titanic. No, it's well pitched, JR, because there's a lot of people going in the right area, falling for your red herrings, which means it's been very well written, in my opinion. This is a tricky one here. Queenstown, which is now Cobb, however you pronounce it, was known as Queenstown between 1849 and 1920, now Cobb in Ireland. The Ever Given got stuck here in 2021. Here we go. There's only about 5 answers left to choose from. 6, I think. 6 answers left to choose from. Ever Given Suez. We didn't start the fire. It was the Suez Canal. Penultimate question of the round. The location of the Wankhede Stadium, which hosted the 2011 Cricket World Cup final. No, Wankhede. Wankaday. That's Bombay, which is now Mumbai. Name was changed in 1995. Wankaday Stadium. Love. Final question. The fog here is named Carl. It's the last question of the round. You might as well take a punt on this one, because the streak ends here. Just one a day. So with all this time for Clive, San Francisco is the answer, named after the giant in the 2003 film Big Fish, directed by Tim Burton. You red herrings there, Tokyo, Paris, and Beijing. Any bonuses? I doubt it. No, indeed. That is the end of the round. Wackety wank, wackety wank, boom, boom. Wankety blank, wackety blank. You are all very, very naughty people. Dummy thick ship. Yes, dummy thick ship. Wankety blank. It's wankety no school today, so what you gonna do? Yeah. Lots of wank related. Yes, indeed, puzzled Dan. Lots of wank related humour going on there. Yeah, quite a well pitched pack by JR there. Those red herrings really catching quite a few of you out, it has to be said. There was just looking at the ones that particularly caught you out. The river question, a few people going for New York, others going for Paris. A lot of people going for Paris on that one. The Calcutta question. Lots of people going for Beijing on that one. So, again, people getting into the right ballpark, but just falling into the little Heffalump trap. Oh, wackaday. Wholesome quiz turned red. Turned red or blue? Difficult to say. Rank-related humour is easy to pull off. Very good, Fluffy Buddy. Very clever. Jogging, welcome to the stream as well. Well, we are down to our final round. It's not even 9 o'clock yet. I am keeping things snappy. It's a sort of low-key finale tonight, isn't it? Just the 2 games plus the warm-up and whizzing through them at a rate of knots. Whoops, let's bring the camera that way so as to cut off. Oh, actually, no, it's because... There we go. If I put that there... then the green screen is restored. Final round! It's time to get things started on the Red Herring Show tonight. It's time to make some music and sing along and then... Welcome to the stream. Thank you, Code. Thank you. It's a finale. We can say things like that. Welcome to the stream, but it's time to get things started on the Red Herring Show tonight. Find the 6 correct answers that fit the criteria. Submit a wrong answer, you'll be told how many you got right, and you will be frozen out for 5 seconds so you can reassess things. First to find all 6 will win 50 points. Subsequent correct submissions win 5 points fewer than the previous player. So 50 for the first, then 45, then 40, then 35. We'll keep going until we either run out of time after 90 seconds or 10 players get the correct answer, the 10th of whom will get 5 points. I'm going to gradually take answers out of the grid as the game goes on, as the round goes on, just to make it a little bit easier to find the answers, and we'll continue, as I said, until 10 players have found all 6 answers or 90 seconds have expired. That is it. It's the deselect before you reselect round, and let's take a look at our options. Anne Robinson, have a breather. Sorry. Anne Robinson, Elton John, Lady Gaga, Stephen Colbert, Ricky Gervais, Carol Channing, Chevy Chase, Neil Patrick Harris, Billy Connolly, Tim Curry, Patrick Stewart, Lin-Manuel Miranda, RuPaul, Steve Martin, John Denver, and Jack Black. Those are your 6 options. And, It's possible that the question may not appear correctly, so I'm going to have this lined up. Oh, White Shade of Pale and the Muppets theme show, they do go together, don't they? Because it's just Air on the G-string, those chords. I will read the instructions, JL, don't worry. I haven't forgotten. I haven't forgotten. I haven't forgotten. I haven't forgotten. Don't panic. Don't panic. I'm going to read the instructions. Hello, Mini Flush's friend. Let's go in raw. No, I've got to read the instructions because there is a non-zero chance the question is just going to say, here's the board, which means there may have been an error in export somewhere along the line. So, the question I will also post into Twitch chat. So if the question says, here's the board, keep an eye on Twitch chat and listen to my voice. But I'm also going to read some qualification notes. Pay attention, be careful, and pay attention to what the question is asking for. For clarification, we are looking for appearances on The Muppet Show, as well as TV specials that have Muppets in the title. Not movies, not Sesame Street, not other TV shows where the Muppets are special guests. Here's the question, it has come up correctly. Name the real human people who have appeared on a Muppets television show. To qualify, we are not looking for anyone who's been in a Muppets movie, nor Sesame Street, nor other TV shows where Muppets are special guests. A TV appearance on The Muppet Show or TV specials that have Muppets in the title. Okay. I forgot how the operator works. It just says, here's the board, so I don't read the question too early, which is probably an error. But there we go. So, let's take some answers out. It's not Billy Connolly with 60 seconds to go. No one there yet. It's not Jack Black with 50 seconds to go. A couple of 5s coming in now. Nando has the lead. Ben is in second. Cola is in third at the moment. There's our first solve. Matt the Sprat finding 6. Very well done, Matt. It's not Ricky Gervais. There's our second solve. It's Keckler finding 6. Well done. Just coming up to 30 seconds to go. More 5s coming in. It's not Anne Robinson. Have a breezer. There's our next couple of solves. BC and then Clive, both finding 6. 20 seconds to go now. Let's remove Neil Patrick Harris from the mix. AB, me, and Ardenfett and Maxio solving. Not many left now. Podo Nuevo, and there's our 10th solve. It's Flyboy. Very well played, and that is the end of the game. The remaining red herrings, we've got all the red herrings there, and Robinson have a breezer. Stephen Colbert, Ricky Gervais, Chevy Chase, Neil Patrick Harris, Billy Connolly, Tim Curry, Patrick Stewart, Lin-Manuel Miranda, and Jack Black. Always kills my logic brain. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Minky. Just to go through those red herrings, which I still have to use on the sheet because I haven't got a good enough question model set up for this yet, which I will get for next season. You got 0, which is that's a very helpful first guess, Nando. I'm just check the order. Who solved first there? Was it Nando? No, it was Matt. Matt got the first solve there. Matt and then Kegler for 45. TVP got 40, BC 35, Clive got 30, AB me 25, Ardenfet's 20, Maxio 15, Podo got 10, and Flyboy got 5. So just go through the answers. Elton John guest starred on episode 214 of The Muppet Show, where he sang alongside Miss Piggy and Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem. He sang Crocodile Rock, I believe. RuPaul appeared on Lady Gaga and The Muppets Holiday Spectacular in 2013 on NBC. Carol Channing guest starred on episode 423 of The Muppet Show. Lady Gaga starred on Lady Gaga and The Muppets Holiday Spectacular in 2013 on NBC. John Denver guest starred on episode 401 of The Muppet Show and had a TV special with them called John Denver and the Muppets A Christmas Together. And Steve Martin guest starred on episode 208 of The Muppet Show, was also Miss Piggy's waiter in the Muppet movie. But we weren't allowing Muppet movies, but Steve Martin did have a TV appearance as well. Ricky Gervais appeared on Sesame Street and appeared as the main villain Dominic Bad Guy in Muppets Most Wanted, but never on the TV show. And welcome to the stream, Shido Harry, just in time for the end of the game, and Cola, welcome to the stream as well. Billy Connolly played Billy Bones in Muppet Treasure Island, where he was the only human character to die in a Muppet movie, at least according to his stand-up routine. Tim Curry played Long John Silver in Muppet Treasure Island, and Robinson, Ava Breezer, hosted The Weakest Link, which had a Muppet special guest episode, but didn't have Muppets in the title. Chevy Chase hosted Saturday Night Live, where the Muppets had multiple guest spots, but it was never the Muppet Show. Patrick Stewart guest appeared on an episode of Sesame Street. Stephen Colbert, several Muppets appeared on The Colbert Show and was the letter Z in Sesame Street's all-star alphabet, but never on The Muppet Show itself. Neil Patrick Harris guest starred on Sesame Street as the fairy shoe person and appeared in the 2011 movie The Muppets. Lin-Manuel Miranda guest starred on a whole bunch of Sesame Streets, but never in a TV show. And TV show The Muppets. And Jack Black has appeared on Sesame Street and is married to a Muppet puppeteer, but has not appeared on The Muppet Show itself. Which means at the end of that round, the scores are in and we have got 3 clear winners. Clive takes the bronze with 77. Ben takes the silver with 94. But our winner tonight, gold medalist for Red Herrings with 97 points, it's Matt the Sprat. Well done indeed there, Matt the Sprat. And that is your first medal in Red Herrings, so very well played. Gold medal to you. Lovely stuff indeed. BC, how many medals have you got in Red Herrings? Now, that's actually your first silver in Red Herrings. You've got 3 golds and 2 bronzes, but your first silver there, BC, so well done there. And Mr. LeClive, it's your second... no, it's not. It's your fourth. It would have been your second Risky Business bronze, but we're not playing that. It's your 4th Red Herrings bronze, which goes with your 5 silver and your 7 gold. So very well done, and well done to everyone else at home. For your final scores, they will be converted into pennies and all will be well. Of course, the Sprat wins Red Herrings. It's very clever, please. Very good. Carl Weather from jogging. Anyway, that is the end of the game. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a little break. I'm going to play some adverts, and if you're not subscribed, then you'll see those adverts, which is a tremendous shame.
What a shame.
But if you are subscribed, if you're not subscribed, then you'll get to listen to some funky music. But either way, we're not going to start the red game, the next game, without you, which will be The Escape Artist. It's been written by Dogfish and proofed by Inca, and it's going to be the final game of Season 18. So we won't start that game game till after the adverts are cleared. I'll probably do a little bit of continuity, such as it is. Not that there's much to do at this stage, because we are coming to the season close. Don't forget, you can cash in your micro pennies. 10,000 micro pennies will get you 1,000 full fat pennies ready for the penny prize draw, which will be coming up in about an hour's time here live on game night for the season 18 finale. Very many thanks to JR for a lovely pack of red herrings. I thought it was quite wholesome. It turns out it ended up being a little bit blue. Some blue herrings going on there, it turns out. But lovely stuff there, JR. Thank you very much for your efforts and for all your efforts over the season. We look forward to seeing more from you next season, season 19. That's it from Red Herrings. So time for some adverts, and I will see you after the break. And congratulations once again to Matt the Sprat, our Red Herrings champion. See you in a minute. Bonus pennies will be coming up in just a moment. I will also cash in those micro penny conversions, and when we return after the break, we will be playing the final game of Season 18. It's The Escape Artist, as written by Dogfish. Adverts coming up shortly, but we will be back with even more quiz, and of course the penny prize draw coming up in about an hour's time. Thank you again to JR for that pack of red herrings. Go straight to your legs, get yourself some drinks, get yourself some more snacks. We'll be back in about 5 minutes' time for even more game night. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. quite funky. I like this. Anyway, hello everybody. Hope you all are well. Yeah, there's not much to do in the way of continuity today. Big funks indeed. I can tell you all about the PB I got in the 10K on Thursday, but I think I probably told you that on Thursday. What happened at Park Run today? Quite pedestrian actually, 24:11, but I was deliberately taking it a bit steadier today, so yeah, 24:11, I'll take that. Oh, there we go. That's the end of that track. Well, like I said earlier, it is the season 18 finale. Partly pedestrian. It was pedestrian-ish. It wasn't pedestrian, but it was not sub 24, which is sort of where my apex tends to be. It's about 23, 29, 23, 30 is where I aim to get. But yeah, season finale. Definitely not a walk in the park. Yeah, I'm off next week. I'm off work as well, which is really nice. So having a bit of R&R time, a bit of downtime. I actually spent a lot of today doing the in-between season changes to all the software. Just to give you all a heads up, next season there is going to be I think I mentioned last time there's going to be a change to the Universal Controller, which hasn't happened since I think October last year. So the current version's been out a while, but I'm refreshing it a bit. There's a bug fix in Cryptex. I'm updating the font and I'm adding a new security feature to it as well to basically disable accounts that have been banned, because technically you can still access the Universal Controller if your Twitch account is banned from the stream, theoretically. So just extra security going in. So that'll be coming out at the start of season 19. So you will all need to refresh your accounts, and if you use a standalone version, you'll need to re-download the latest one. So basically disables the app. So if I have a list of banned user accounts in the operator, and if someone joins with that user account, it basically just locks the app. They still technically join the game, but then their Universal Controller is locked, and it will clear out their credentials as well, so they can't then log back in because they can't access the stream chat. So yeah, it's for the vast majority of you, it's not anything you'll ever know about, and if you will ever encounter it, if you do encounter it, then I won't be talking to you at that point anyway. So yeah. So yeah, I'm having a bit of an R&R next week. Started the rebuild of the software. Quite a few bug fixes, in little bug fixes and various things. I've got Distinction to do next, which is a list like that. Mainly little things, but yeah, so I'm looking forward to get stuck into that, rebuilding all the software, and then hitting the ground running for season 19, which is going to be starting on July the 12th. That's 2 weeks today. I finalised the schedule of writers today. I've let the writers know, so they're going to be starting to write the packs in the next few days, and yeah, that'll be good. I'll publish the full schedule into the Discord, into the What's On channel of the Discord, as and when I get around to doing the graphic for that. And if you're not in the Discord already, you can come and join us right there. And that's about all it is from me. Ash is still here. Ash has got a few more streams left in his season, so why don't you go give him a follow if you're not doing so already. Ash the Bash. Let's take a look at his stream schedule, because he had this week off, but next week, July the 2nd, Wednesday July the 2nd, you've got Untitled Grid Game, Secret Fortune and Poker Face. That sounds like it's going to be a chonky stream. That should be a lot of fun. Secret Fortune and Poker Face, 2 headline games there. And then next Friday you've got Cubed, or Quiz Cubed and Redacted coming up next Friday the 4th of July, Independence Day, for our transatlantic cousins. So if you're around next week, go give Ash a follow for Quiz Night over on twitch.tv/80_bash. You won't regret it. And then yeah, I'm going to be back on the 12th of July for season 19. One more game this season though, and it is the Escape Artist. We'll do the penny prize draw after this game, give you an opportunity to cash in those pennies and get some prizes. And as part of my wrap up of the season, I'm going to hopefully not take like 12 weeks to get you your prize if you win this time. I remember last time I had all the prizes from the charity stream and all the prizes from the end of season draw, and then I had burnout. So there was quite a sort of a perfect storm of things, which meant people didn't get their prizes for several weeks after the season concluded. So I'm going to try and get those done. I might even do them immediately after stream tonight, because it's probably going to be a relatively early finish tonight, probably about 10:15 or so. So I'll try and get those done this evening if you are a prize winner tonight. That's about all there is to say on that front. I think it's time for the final piece of quiz for the season. It's been written by Dogfish, it's been proofed by Inca, and it's time for one final jaunt down to Quiz Prison as we play The Escape Artist. The Escape Artist. And if you want to play, VXLG is the code. There's a universal controller. There is the room code in chat in case you haven't got it on graphics just yet. Room for 39 players in this game. And there's something else I need to add to the Escape Artist for next season. Debug number of players as they join in TEA. Otherwise, I'm going to have to go through and count all of the log messages, which seems a really silly thing to do. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, room for 39 players in this game. 2, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20... 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 30. I think that's 32. Room for 7 more. If you want to come and have a game, there is a sort of anytime entry on this where you can answer the questions, but if you don't get in the first 5 questions, then you're immediately locked in. Also, if the cells are full, you won't be able to get in either. So do get in. Do get into the game. Well, I think we had a full prison last time we played this, so it'd be good to have that again if we can. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Yeah, 32 of you in so far. So, yeah, room for 7 more. I'll give you about a minute, and then we will get our game underway. So yeah, last outing for Quiz Prison this season, and should be good. I've not actually seen anything. I could potentially play this myself. I keep saying I could potentially play this myself, and then remember I get the answers debugged to me. So no, I can't play this one myself. Cells are full. You can't get it. Satire on the state of UK criminality and incarceration provision. Not intentionally, but it appears to have gone that way. Proves. Yeah, that is pretty much it, to be honest. Yeah, it's I do at some point in the future I need to do another wing, or possibly zoom out and do another row. But the thing, there's I could maybe get another 6 in by putting them down the sides, but yeah, it's quite a play with an ankle tag. It's quite a neat, concise little arena for this. Hashtag Quiz Prison overcrowding. Indeed so. Right, let's make use of my countdown functionality, and I'll give you 10 seconds before I lock the lobby. Jogging, welcome on in, making it 33. 10 seconds then. And 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's lock you in. And there you all are. Welcome, 33 players, to the Escape Artist. All the rules will be explained as we go on. Universal controller for all your answers. Full typing required for this game. Let me out, says Shido Harry. Only if you're the Escape Artist. Only one player can become the Escape Artist. Let's find out who it's going to be. There are 30 questions standing between you and potential freedom if you can get there. If we're all ready, let's play round 1. Round 1 is called Initiate, and in this round you need to answer any 5 of the 10 questions in order to escape. The harder the question, the more points it is worth. You cannot answer more than 5 questions. Once you've answered 5, your device will lock. You won't be able to answer any more in this round, but you will be safely through to round 2. Answer incorrectly and you lose a life, lose all 3 lives, or fail to answer 5 questions before the end of the round, and you are eliminated. No penalties for abstention, though of course if you abstain too much and you run out of questions such that it is impossible for you to answer 5, you will be eliminated automatically. At the end of the round, I'll give you a bonus point for every life you've got left, so those lives do have a point value to them if you can hang on to them before the end of the round. As ever, you're trying to maximise the score that you can get. The harder the question, the more points it's worth, but also the more chance you have of getting it wrong, in theory. So trying to maximise points. Points will be carried through to the next round. So only answer the 5 that you want. You can go for the first 5 on the board, you can go for the 5 easiest, or however you want to play it. But you can only answer 5, and you must answer 5 before the end of question 10. Yuck. That is not a fun curve. All the fun has been exhausted in red herrings, I fear. That is a monster. Yeah, get in the bin, RNG. Second half, 17598. So you've got 3 out of 5 of the most difficult questions in the second half, and 9 and 8 are the last 2. This does mean we may see a few early escapes. There might be a few people who are going to hang on for question 5. We'll probably see a lot of escapes on question 8, the 5-pointer. May not see many people still hanging on to question 9 and question 10, but we'll see. That looks like a pretty brutal curve, but let's see how it pans out. Very best of luck to you all. Question number 1 is worth 3 points. If you want to attempt it, take a look. In the abbreviation pH, as in the pH scale, what does the H stand for? And that's time. The correct answer is hydrogen. The meaning of H in chemistry is fairly easy, but the P is disputed both as power and potential. Helium I can't accept. Too many Karas has gone for H+. Oh, hello Kegler Coach, just in time. Just missed the first question. I did have H+ ions, or hydrogen ions, as the answer, as a potential answer, but I needed the word ions. I don't think I can just take H+ on its own. Hydrogen plus isn't accepted on its own, so I don't think I can accept H+. Unfortunately, too many Karas. Valiant effort in the right ballpark, but the H itself stands for hydrogen. Well done if you got that right for 3 points. Let's light you back up. Question number 2 is worth 10 points, the hardest one of the lot. Let's see how you fare. Take a look at this. Born in Martinique and later joining the Algerian National Liberation Front, which philosopher is best known for their works on decolonization such as Black Skin, White Masks? Tough question. Unsurprisingly, only 5 players having a go at that. The correct answer, Frantz Fanon. Very well done to Naughty Goth, who got the right answer there. O'Callaghan, Camus, and Hemingway are incorrect answers. Matt, Fluffy, and Kegler. His works would appear in multiple murals and pieces of graffiti linked to the Black Lives Matter movement. Kegler, I know you were late in for the game, so you may have missed the rules. Obviously, you don't have to answer every question. So just something to bear in mind in case you felt obligated to take on the 10-pointer. Well done to the 2 players who got that one right. Let's light you back up. Nothing to report at this stage. We're going to move on to question number 3, which is worth 2 points. Have a look at this. Optimat, welcome to the game. Lisbon is the capital of which nation for 2 points? Oh, Césaire was his mentor. Let's see. That's time up. Majority of players having a go at this for 2 points. Correct answer is Portugal. Portugal. Solomon. Spain is not the answer. Madrid is the capital of Spain. So I cannot allow that. Everyone else getting a correct answer for 2 points. Well played. Let's let you back up. Yeah, you just made it time for the main game because it's still... You get eliminated from the main game if you join after question 5 of round 1 because... Or after question 6 because it's no longer possible for you to escape. But as of right now, Optimat, it is still very possible for you to escape. You need 4 questions from 7. Nothing to report there either, and Optimat's welcome to the stream as well. Let's go on to question number 4 with 6 points. If you want to have a go, take a look. American rapper Flavor Flav is known for his necklaces featuring what often oversized item? And that's time. That last answer coming in right on the klaxon, which is a very exciting sound. It is not Flavor Flav, is it? For God's sake. What a stupid name. Well, I never. Flavor Flav is known for his necklaces featuring what often oversized... I'm evidently far too southern, is what it is. Ad, welcome to the stream, bro. Keep it well. Correct answer. It's clock or clock faces. Diamonds, chain, and dummies are all wrong answers. Nordigoth, Puzzle Dan, and Proofs. Unfortunately, you're going to lose a life on that one. Everybody else, well played. That is 6 points. Let's light you back up. Nothing to report there, except that there should be something to report there because Fetz is on his last life, as are a couple of other players. Why is that not reporting? Why are... Oh, no you're not. Shut up, Ben. Those aren't lives, those are questions correct. Sorry guys, sorry, didn't mean to panic you. I've forgotten what the graphics mean. I'm looking at them and thinking, oh, Fetz has got 1, Marcini's got 1, rather than ignoring the fact that some people have got, like, 4. Actually, no one's got 4 yet, but no, ignore me. Everything is working fine, I don't need to make a note. Yeah, it's time for me to have a break, that's evidently what's going on. We've reached that point where Ben needs to have a break. Let's go on to question number 5. This is worth 4 points. If you want to have a go, take a look. Which Disney Pixar film released on the 20th of June this year features an 11-year-old boy voiced by Jonas Kabrib? Possibly Kabriab. No, I'm not rejuggling the lights again. I'm very happy with this set, Proogs. I will be leaving it just as it is. And that's time. The correct answer... Elio. Incidentally, on that same 20th of June, the New York Times received about 5,000 crossword submissions that people have been waiting on the useful set of letters to become legitimate. Elio was the answer. How to Train Your Dragon is not right, TVP. Conradlac, Ellie is close, but not quite right, unfortunately. The E and the O are nowhere near each other on the keyboard, so I can't even condone that as a typo. Ben, I'm in danger, says Dan. Well, it's going to tell me in the log in just a minute who's in danger. But Elio is the right answer. Well done if you got that. It's worth 4 points. Let's light you back up. Yes, indeed. Well, now we have some lights. Matt the Sprat, Nordigoth, Mark, Stilgar, CJ, Lupine, and Toot. Your doors have gone light blue to indicate that you are 1 away. Any one of the remaining 5 questions will see you safely through to round 2. Solomon and Puzzle Dan, you require all 5 of the remaining questions in order to escape. If you fail to answer all 5, you will be eliminated. You will be able to continue in the background game, but your front and center main game will conclude. TVP, do tread carefully because you are on your last life. Any more incorrect answers, you will be eliminated. There are 5 lights. There are indeed, AB me. Question number 6 is worth a single point. In theory, the easiest of the lot. Let's take a look and see what you make of it. Question number 6. According to the famous proverb, curiosity killed which animal? And that's time. Coloured segments around avatar circles to represent lives, refires. I'm inclined to say no to that, JR, mainly because when we did Escape Artist 2, there were a lot of lights in the game, a lot of lights, and it was very confusing. Was the conclusion I drew. It looked messy, and it didn't look particularly good. So this is sort of an example of less is more in that case. Plus, when you're on your last life, your door goes red anyway, so you have got an indication for last life there as well. So Mr. Barrelfire is perfect for making sure they were good. That was back in Escape Artist 1. They might have featured in Escape Artist 2 as well. Anyway, lights are not lives. No, indeed they're not. No lighty, no livey. Right, according to the famous proverb, curiosity killed which animal? The correct answer is the cat. But of course, satisfaction brought it back. Curiosity killed the cat, satisfaction brought it back. I didn't know that was the full proverb until I glanced at the pack when I was exporting it. Full proverb therefore implies that the cat has seen both death and been reborn, which here simply means it was really confusing for Mr. Schrodinger. Very good. Curiosity killed the cat. Nordigoth, Stilgar, and CJ, congratulations. You are the first players to get 5 correct answers, and you are safely through to round 2. Let's light you back up. I like it in jail, says Kegler. So, AB Me, Clive, Vertigo, Matt, JR, Mark Apodo, Lupine Shapes, Toot, Fluffy, Jogging, and Optimat. You require 1 more question from the remaining 4. 7 points, 5 points, 9 points, or 8 points. Any one of them will be good to see you into round 2. Solomon Dan, you still require all of the remaining questions. And TVP, you are still on your last life. Let's go on to question number 7. It's worth 7 points. Which American actor, known as the Great Stone Face, is noted for the dangerous stunts he performed across many silent films? Time. The correct answer was Buster Keaton. Buster Keaton. Who also cameoed. A lot of people go for Charlie Chaplin. He cameoed in Charlie Chaplin's Limelight, but as far as I know, Charlie Chaplin was not known as the Great Stoneface. Evil Knievel, Nathaniel Hua. Good night from me, Chaplin, and Houdini, all wrong answers. Very well done to Clive, Mark, Toot, Fluffy, and Jogging. You have safely escaped through to round 2. Congratulations, we will see you there. Unfortunately, though, for Solomon and Dan, your time has now come. There are not enough questions, or you're out of lives. Either way, it is the end of the road, and it's lights out. As we put the scores on the doors of the other players, Toot with the lead of 30. We're going to go on to question number 8. TVP and Maxio, you require all. TVP and Kegler, you're on your last life. ABME, Vertigo, Matt, JR, Apodo, Lupine, Pruse, Flyboy, Shapes, Nando, Cola, Samster, Zeus, Oni, and Optimats. 1 away. Any of the next 3, and you're through to the next round. Let's take a look at question number 8. It's worth 5 points. In which sport would you expect to see a death spiral or a salchow? Or salcho? Sorry, I got slightly distracted answering that because Discord decided to crash on me. Of any of the apps that are going to crash, I'll take Discord in a heartbeat. In which sport would you expect to see a death spiral or a salchow? Or salcho, possibly? I think it's salchow. Yes, I can accept that. The correct answer, salcow. Is it cow? Is it a soft H? Possibly. Or hard H. Salcow. Okay, hard H. The correct answer is figure skating. A death spiral is a paired spin where the male dancer spins the female dancer around the floor below him, with the female dancer's head barely above the ground. A salchow is a type of jump. Wrong answers there. Skydiving, football, skateboarding, diving. Conrad Lack has gone for ice skate. I did have ice skating down as a valid answer, so Conrad Lack, I will allow that. So, That means ABME, Vertigo, Matt the Sprat, Apodo, Flyboy, Shapes, Nando, Cola, Samster, Zeus, Oni, and Optimat, you have all escaped and qualified for round 2. Congratulations, we will see you there. Unfortunately though, TVP and Maxio, there are not enough questions left for you to continue and escape. Unfortunately, thank you for playing, but it's the end of the road, and it's lights out. BC, JR, Fetz, Comradelac, Lupine, Proogs, Shido Harry, Silver Electron, and Kegler Coach. You are one away, either the 9-pointer or the 8-pointer. Simpsons Angle and Too Many Carries, you need both of them. Lupine and Kegler, you are on your last life, so tread carefully. If you don't know this 9-pointer, I suggest waiting for the 8-pointer rather than guessing and risking being wrong. Good luck. Here is question number 9 for 9 points. Hitman, T-Line, and Greg are all examples of what writing method? Time. Just 6 players in the live game attempting that. Only 2 of them getting the correct answer. The correct answer: shorthand. Also accepted JR's answer of stenography. We would have also accepted brachygraphy, and tachygraphy. These are all forms of shorthand, T-Line and Pittman being more well known in the UK and Greg in the US. Iambic, cursive, poems, cursive, and engraving are all incorrect answers. Very well done, JR and Proofs. You've managed to escape and you've gotten the 9 points off that question. Very well done. We will see you in the next round. Unfortunately for Stimpson's Angle, though, and Too Many Carras, there aren't enough questions left for you to escape. Thank you very much for playing, but it's the end of the road, and it's lights out. And just 7 players now seeking passage. BC, Ardenfetz, Comradelac, Lupine, Shido Harry, Silver Electron, and Kegler Coach. 1 question left. It's worth 8 points. You must get it correct if you would like to escape. BC, Fetz, Lupine, and Kegler are on your last life for what it's worth. Doesn't make much difference at this point in proceedings. But it's worth 8 points. It's the final question of the round. Very best of luck. For 8 points, take a look at this. Which Russian inventor, better known for an eponymous instrument, created a listening device known as The Thing, which was hung for 7 years in the United States Ambassador's Moscow office? And that is time. The correct answer: Leon Theremin. A wireless receiver and an instrument you don't have to touch. Theremin was very obviously a germaphobe. Lasai, indeed, Lasai. Who the heck is Greg? Indeed. If I had typed shorthand faster, I would have made it. Oh, you could have had such joy.
What a shame.
Pavlov, Kalashnikov, Sousa, and Tesla are all incorrect answers that came in from our live players, and no answer was received from Silver Electron or Shido Harry, which means for BC, Fetz, Comradelac, Lupine, Shido Harry, Silver Electron, and Kegler Coach, unfortunately, your game ends here. Do continue in the background game for bonus pennies, but unfortunately for now, it is the end of the road. And it's lights out. And so we conclude round number 1. We started with 35 players. We have reduced that by 13 and just 22 remain. For every life that you have left at this point, I will give you an extra point. And yes, we'll add them on and then we will refresh your lives. But for you 22, the journey continues to round 2. Round 2 is sustain, and in this round you need to reach the target value in order to escape. Target is set as the highest score, plus 15. I believe that was Toot, who had 30. If he's gotten 3 lives, then he would have had 33, which means the target is probably going to be about 48. Answer incorrectly and you lose one of your 3 refreshed lives. Lose all 3 lives or fail to reach the target before the end of the round and you will be eliminated from the game. As before, no penalties for abstention, but if it becomes impossible for you to hit that target with the remaining questions, you will be eliminated automatically. So the lower your points, the more questions you have to answer here. Unlike in round 1, here you may continue answering after you have escaped. So once you've escaped, you've hit that target, great, but the question is still live for you. You can still answer it to continue increasing your score. However, you can still be eliminated if you lose all of your lives, even if you have surpassed the escape target. So tread with caution. At the end of the round, a bonus 2 points will be awarded for each remaining life. So again, it's another reason to slightly sit on your hands after you've escaped, because those lives that you've got are worth points at the end of the round. However, you must reach the target before bonuses are applied. If the target is 48 and you finish on 47, doesn't matter if you've got 3 lives, that those bonuses won't apply. You will be eliminated before they are applied. So hit the target before the bonuses are applied. It's sustain. Let's play. And indeed the target is 48 as set by Toot. It means Toot, as the high scorer, has to answer 3 questions correctly. Everyone else will need to answer at least 4, possibly slightly more, depending what your score is. It should be showing you on your device, or certainly when the question is live, how many questions you need. Every question is worth 5 points. The best of luck. Here's question number 1. Which English mathematician is known for his work The Logic of Charts and the development of diagrams he called Eulerian circles? And that's time. The correct answer is John Venn, inventor of the Venn diagram, which are things that, you know, overlap, circles that overlap. And so bring back Venn. There's 2 people, Lupine and AB Me, have both put hashtag bring back Venn. Is there a vendetta to bring back Venn? Yes, go me. Bring back Venn. I'm just Venn, says JR. I don't know if Venn's coming back, maybe. You don't get it? I have neither the time nor the crayons to explain it to you, Zeus. Yeah, Eulerian circles, which are not to be confused with Euler diagrams, are now better known as Venn diagrams. Vendetta. Ben's banned from Grace. Can we stop starting rumours about me, please? A short-handed vendetta is needed. Indeed it is. Benanetta. Some very good raid messages coming in. Yes, John Venn, inventor of the Venn diagram. Euler, Martin Gardner, Newton, Nash, and Euler are all incorrect answers. You're going to lose a life. Let's light you back up. Venezuela. Am I winning? On we go. Question number 2. What are you talking about, Clive? Question 2. Take a look at this. In Prokofiev's Peter and the Wolf, which single-reeded instrument is used to represent the cat? And that's time. That's how Peter and the Wolf by Prokofiev goes, if anyone didn't know. The correct answer... it's the clarinet. Yeah, single-reeded orchestral instrument does rather limit your options. Quite a few of you going for oboe, which is a double-reeded instrument. In fact, here from Dogfish, only the clarinet really qualifies. If anyone wants to remember this, they can remember that it's a cat-inet. It could put it, or not, editor, or not, Ed. Remember when people used to do that in magazines? The editor would come in and they'd say, "Please stop, Ed." Oh, used to love that. So so Dogfish is being heckled by the proofer from within the game. Cat is contained within clarinet. Yes, it is indeed. The grandfather is the bassoon, I think, and Peter's the strings. I want to say the wolf is Something brassy, possibly. It's been a while since I've listened to Peter and the Wolf. It's a great piece of music, though. There's a version which is narrated by Alexander Armstrong, which they played on Classic FM a few years ago, which I can recommend. Wrong answers: oboe, fife, oboe, and flute. The flute does not use a reed, Flyboy. It's like blowing over the top of a bottle. No reed on the flute. See, he just heckled from a sedentary position. He did indeed. Proogs and the Wolf, indeed. Curiosity killed the clarinet. There's some good ones coming in. I'm going to have to struggle to filter these out later on. Those are all the wrong answers. Let's light you back up. Flyboy, tread carefully on your last life already. One more wrong answer, and you're gone. There, yeah, French one. I said something brassy, didn't I? On we go. Question number 3. Take a look. Azerbaijan, Iran, Turkmenistan, Kazakhstan, and Russia are the 5 countries that border which body of water? A lot of good answers coming in here, but there is only one correct answer, which is the Caspian Sea. Also accepted the Caspian Lake. Caspian Sea is the largest inland body of water. The fact that it is not actually connected to the ocean is the reason that Kazakhstan is considered landlocked, even though a cursory glance at a map would suggest otherwise. Wrong answers and variations on a theme here. Black Sea, Red Sea, Persian Gulf, Adriatic Sea, Black Sea, Lake Baikal, Black Sea. All of them incorrect, I'm afraid. If you gave me any of those, I'm afraid you're about to lose a life. Let's light you back up. Clive, Stilgar, CJ, Proogs, Flyboy, Nando, and Jogging. You are all on your last life. One more incorrect answer, you will be eliminated from the game. 2, your door has gone blue to suggest you are 1 question away from escaping everyone else with a bit more work to do. 7 questions left, still 35 points available. Here is question number 4. Which former tennis player was Novak Djokovic's coach from November 2024 to May 2025? Feels a bit rude to refer to the answer as a former tennis player. I believe he's still a tennis player. I just think he's retired professionally. The day he retired, he was no longer a tennis player. I suppose you could make that argument. The correct answer was, of course, our very own Andy Murray. For a pair that were rivals to the point of a Wikipedia article, this can only be described as an odd couple. Yes, Andy Murray coached Novak Djokovic from the end of last season up until May earlier this year. Also, I've got a week off work next week, and Wimbledon's starting. I cannot tell you how exciting this is. I've never been off work for Wimbledon before. Well, since I've had a job, I don't think I have been off work for Wimbledon. So yes, I will be watching some tennis next week. I'm not playing at Wimbledon. No, I'm not playing at Wimbledon. I don't have the skills for that, Zeus. Just the one wrong answer coming up there from JR. Andy Roddick is not the right answer, unfortunately, and you're going to lose a life. Everyone else, very well played. Let's light you back up. Clive, JR, Stilgar, CJ, Proogs, Flyboy, Nando, and Jogging. Last life. Stilgar with the orange door. You require all. Toot, Samster, and Zeus, now all 1 away from escaping with the slightly pale blue doors. In fact, all on the same score of 43. Ben, can you buy a rotisserie chicken at the store? I think I'm just going to ignore chat. I may just ignore it. On we go to question number 5. Take a look. Throughout the Bronze Age, which ancient civilization was centered upon the island of Crete? Naughty Goth, if it's told you that's wrong, I am going to condone that because it feels... I think it's the wrong conjugation, but it is the correct answer, and I can see what you mean. The correct answer is the Minoan civilization. Minoans, or as Naughty Goth has put, Minoic. Not an artist, Minoic. I think I can see what you're getting at there, and I will allow Minoic. Greek, Spartans, Cretans, and Sparta are all incorrect. Based on the Italian, yes, slightly different conjugation, I guess. The Minoan civilization was fairly well spread, even reaching as far as Sicily, thus resulting in the Sicilian site of Heraclea Minoa. The more you know. Toot, very well done. You're the first player to escape this round. Remember, you can continue answering questions to keep increasing that score, but you are still at risk of elimination if you run out of lives. And someone who knows all about elimination, unfortunately, is Stilgar, because there are either not enough questions left or you've run out of lives, or possibly both. Either way, thank you very much for playing, but it is the end of the road, and it's lights out. So, Mark, Samster, Zeus, and Fluffy. Both. You're now one away. Mark, Samster, Zeus, and Fluffy. One more correct answer. You're through to the next round. Matt, JR, and Apodo. You require all 5 remaining questions and 25 points in order to hit that target. Clive, JR, CJ Proogs, Flyboy, Nando, and Jogging. You're on your last life. Tread with caution. Question number 6. Have a look at this. In woodworking, what avian name is given to the type of joint where diagonally cut fingers interlock? We use it in everyday parlance as well. When plans converge, or when we try and make plans converge around a common factor, we refer to dovetailing. A dovetail joint, also accepted a culvertail joint, a swallowtail joint, or a fantail joint, or any of those without the word joint. Plain, gooseneck, dove, duck, pigeon, dove, and swan are all incorrect answers. It's a relatively modern joint dating back to ancient Egyptian furniture. So only in this game could something relatively modern be from ancient Egypt. But there we go. Mark, very well done. You have escaped into the next round. We will see you there if you can hang on to at least one life by the end of the round. But unfortunately for Matt, JR, Apodo, CJ, and Proogs, valiant effort halfway through the second round, but unfortunately either not enough questions or no lives remaining. Thank you very much for playing, but it's the end of the road. And it's lights out! One of these days, one of my memey numbers will trigger a sound effect. It hasn't happened yet because it's very, very short odds, but there's a few numbers in here because you've all got a prisoner number on your cell doors. Just looking at Silver Electrons, which is fairly close to one of them. Yeah, it plays a sound if you get a meme number, but it's all RNG, so yeah. It'll happen one day. Can't happen today. 1 in 100,000 chance. No, because they start at 10,000 and only go up to 99,999, so a 1 in 90,000 chance, but with lots of players. I did do some maths to work out the odds of how many episodes we'd need to have just one. It was quite high, but we've not had one yet. At some point, I might force someone to have the number. So I'll have a little checkbox so I could force this player to 24601. Anyway, Shapes, Sam, Zeus, and Fluffy. Oh, maybe it starts. Maybe it does start at 1 then. Maybe it is 1 in 100,000. I don't know. I can't remember. I've slept since then. Shapes, Sam, Zeus, and Fluffy, you're 1 away. Clive, Vertigo, and Optimat, you require all 4. Oh, excuse me. Clive, Vertigo, Flyboy, Nando, Cola, Jogging, and Optimat. You are on your last life. Please tread carefully. Question number 7. Take a look at this. Pritzker Prize-winning architect Jorn Utzon is best known for what work a mere 16,000 kilometers away from his birth city? Naughty Goth, could you be more specific? Just type. There's a word that I think you probably should have typed. Him again, yeah. If you can tell me in chat what that word is, I'll condone this answer, and you've got 10 seconds to... Yeah, okay. Very good. You did. It's fairly... I think it's reasonably clear that you know what you're talking about from Opera House, but I just thought I'd give you a little bit of... Yeah, a little bit of clarity. The Opera House, the Sydney Opera. I think some colloquialisms, it is just the Opera House. But yeah, try and be as thorough as possible. There's more than one Opera House in the world, but yes, I'll be very generous and give you Opera House. Unlike most architects behind massive projects, Uzon actually got to see his project built. Rejoice, rejoice.
Ring, 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 ring.
That's enough of that. So no from Vertigo and London Eye from Jogging. Both incorrect answers, unfortunately. Shapes, Zeus, and Fluffy. Very well done. You are due for escape. We will see you in the next round, assuming you can hang on to at least one life. Vertigo, Jogging, and Opsimat, on the other hand, thank you very much for playing, but I'm afraid there are either not enough questions or you've run out of lives. Either way, thank you very much for playing, but it is the end of the road. And it's lights out! I've no idea what's happening in the chat at the moment. ABMe, Naughty Goth, Samster, you are one away from escaping. Clive and Nando, you require all 3 remaining questions. Clive, Flyboy, Nando, and Cola, you're on your last life. Question number 8 coming up for another 5 points. Take a look. Top row are doing very well. The Mackenzie is the largest river found exclusively within which country? And that's time. The correct answer is Canada. The longest river that ventures into Canada, based on some definitions, because river basins are weird, is actually the Mississippi. But of course it is not entirely within Canada. It does go into the States as well. New Zealand is not the right answer, Oni. Unfortunately, I cannot allow it. But very well done to ABMe, Nordigoth, and Samster. You have escaped into round number 3. We will see you there, assuming you can keep hold of at least one life. Well played. Let's light you back up. With 2 questions to go, Flyboy and Cola, you just need one of them. Clive, Nando, and Oni, you need both of them. Clive, Flyboy, Nando, Cola, and Oni, you are on your last life. Scary times. In fact, that's all 5 of you. Is that right? There's 5 of you left in the game? Yes. Blimey. So Flyboy and Cola needing 1. Nando, Clive, and Oni needing both, but all 5 on their last life. Blimey, Dogfish is really making you work for it. Here is question number 9 for another 5 points. The very best of luck. Nyland, Devereux, Petrillo, and Zbornak, nee Petrillo, are the eponymous characters of which American sitcom? Time. I like your answer, Oni. I don't think it's going to fly. The correct answer is the Golden Girls. To use the names you might be more familiar with: Rose Nyland, Blanche Devereaux, Sophia Petrillo, and Dorothy Zbornak. Well done if you got that one right. Always Sunny in Philly from Nando, and Well Shite from Oni. Neither of which I'm afraid are correct, and it does mean for both of you did need both questions. And did you both need both questions? Yes, you both needed both questions, and you were both on your last life. Thank you very much for playing. But it is the end of the road, and it's lights out. Well, I think this might be the first time this has happened. I've got little subheadings for one away, requires all, and last life. And all 3 of the remaining players are in all 3 sections. Clive, Flyboy, and Cola, you are 1 away, and with only 1 question remaining, that means you require all, and you're also all on your last life. 2 points bonus if you can get this question right and hang on to that life. You cannot buy passage at the store. Where is this store meme coming from? I don't understand. Pressure for all 3 of you. Clive has been on his last life since about question 3 of this round. Let's see if he can make good on it on the last question here. Good luck. Here's question number 10. Known as the Festival of Colours, which Hindu festival is next set for the 4th of March 2026? Clive, Flyboy, Colo. Did they all get it right? The correct answer is Holly. or Ollie, possibly. For those saying Diwali, looking at you, Clive, and a few of the other players in the background game, that is the Festival of Lights, which means that wrong answer could spell lights out and away you go. Could very well do. Cleared the corners of my brain for that one. Flyboy and Cola, very well done. By the skin of your teeth, you have just snuck through into round 3. Congratulations, we will see you there. Unfortunately for Clive, who had 1 life left for most of that round and required all for a good chunk of it as well. Unfortunately, Clive, it's not to be on this occasion. Thank you very much for playing. But it's the end of the road, and the Festival of Lights are out. And that is the end of round 2. 10 players escaped and 12 were eliminated. So it's fairly even pacing as we go through this game of the escape artists. Very well pitched pack by Dogfish, has to be said. There are just 10 players left for the finale. They are Naughty Goth, Zeus, Mark, Flyboy, Fluffy Bunny, AB Me, Toot, Samster, Shapes, and Cola. That is a stacked lineup if ever I saw one, but there can be only one escape artist. For every life you've got left, I will give you 2 bonus points. Let's go to round 3. Round 3 is called Survive, and in this round you must outlast all other players. First player to answer correctly restarts the clock and sets a drain running on all remaining players. Stop the drain by answering the question correctly. If nobody answers the question correctly inside 15 seconds, all players will lose the maximum for the question. Lives have been replaced with refires. These allow you to attempt the question more than once. Once they are exhausted, only your first answer will be accepted. These can be useful if you've got it down to 1 or 2 answers, but bear in mind, sometimes using up a refire when there's only 1 second left on the clock, sometimes it's better to take the hit of points and save that refire for another time. You may attempt every question once for free. It doesn't cost you a refire just to attempt the question once, so you might as well try every question at least once, even if you've got no idea. If you exhaust your points, you are eliminated from the game, and when only 1 player remains, they are declared the escape artist. If, in the event we have more than 1 player surviving 10 questions, then we will have 1 escape artist, but the other players will get to stay in their cells. The escape artist will be the player with the highest score. Let's take a look at your scores on the doors. Mark is leading the pack with 76, just 2 points ahead of Toot on 74, who is 6 points ahead of Naughty Goth on 68. Shapes and Zuth both have 64, Fluffy has 62, Sam has 59, AB Me's on 54, Flyboy's on 53, and Cola is on 51. That is a pretty close game, 25 points between first and last. And of course in this game your luck can swing very, very quickly. For these first 3 questions, after the first player gets it right, you will lose 1 point every 2 seconds, up to a maximum of 7 points. Good luck to you all. Here's question number 1. Ossification is the process that results in the formation of what body parts? Toot started the clock. Everyone has stopped their clocks. The correct answer is bones. Sam, I think I'm going to give you that. Yeah, Sam, I'm going to give you a refire. There's clearly a typo. I will only do it this... I don't know if it sets a precedent, because it's a speed-based game. Because it's a speed-based round, I'm not sure I should condone it because it's a typo. But the thing is, a longer answer would have been condoned. I think I am going to condone it. I'm going to give you a refire back and the 1 point, because you said bonds, and the D and the E are next to each other on the keyboard. So... that takes you back up to 59 points, and it reinstates that refire. Bones was the answer. Let's light you back up. Mark still with the lead, though the gap has closed by a point. Mark on 75, Toot on 74, because of course Toot starting the clock there. Naughty Goth still in third on 68, Shape 64, Zeus 63, Fluffy 62, Sam 59, Flyboy 53, Cola 48, AB Me on 47. To question 2, take a look. On UK laundry labels, a triangle with a cross through it indicates that you should not use what product? Zeus starting the clock there. Other players choosing not to use refires. Refires are available. AB Me attempting it twice and using up a refire. Still not getting to the correct answer, which was bleach. AB Me going iron and then dryer. Sam just going for iron and then not attempting a refire. Cola just going for dryer and not attempting a refire. Yes, bleach is the answer we were after. Slightly back up. Mark still with the lead. Toot still in second, 75-74. Goth is in third with 67. Shapes on 64. Zeus 63. Fluffy 61. Sam 52. Flyboy 51. Cola 41. AB Me 40. Question number 3. Take a look. In 1986, the United Nations replaced the Wade-Giles system with which system developed in 1950s by linguists including Zhu Yuanguang? Clock is on. Started by Mark. I think that's probably pronounced Zhao Yuguang. Apologies for that. I've got squares on the operator. Apologies if you got squares on the Unicon as well. Mark getting there, Toot getting there 0.3 seconds later, and then Shapes getting there about 8 seconds after that, so would have lost some points. Everybody else was incorrect, apart from Shapes, who I think I can condone. The correct answer... Oh, Shapes got it on a refire anyway, so... Shapes, what was the meaning of your first answer? Can you just clarify for me? Just before I reveal the answer. Was it just a typo? It looks like it was a typo. Yeah. I think it's phonetically plausible enough that I can retroactively add that. The correct answer... Hanyu Pinyin, the Chinese phonetic alphabet. Chinese on its own was not enough, Mark. Hanyu Pinyin is what we wanted. It is the now standard system for writing Chinese in Roman alphabets. For those looking for an example of Pinyin, see Zhao Yuguang. And I've got a note here to specifically do not accept Chinese or Mandarin, as those are languages, not writing systems. However, Shapes, you got a typo both times, but second time it allowed it. Mission, yeah, 62 points. So that gives you a point back and a refire, which feels the right course of action. Chinese, Mark going Chinese and then Pinyin. Shapes getting Pinyin. Sam going Esperanto. And Fluffy Bunny going Kanji. Everybody else abstaining on that question. Slightly back up. 75-74 for Mark and Toot, no change at the top. Shapes now in third with 62. Naughty Goth slips into fourth with 60. Zeus on 56, Fluffy 54, Sam 45, Flyboy 44, Cola 34, AB Me 33. We are going to increase the drain rate. It's now 1 point every second, up to a maximum of 15 points if you do not get a correct answer. Good luck. Here's question number 4. If you cut off the topmost stripe of the Hungarian flag and sewed it onto the bottom of the flag, what country's flag would you have created? AB Me has got there. Mark the Flyboy in now. Naughty Goth has got there. Cola has got there. Zeus was incorrect. Fluffy coming in the nick of time, but I think it was slightly academic at that point because the clock was basically up, so you would have lost the maximum for that question. The correct answer is Bulgaria. Note from Dogfish. Yes, I'm ignoring some hue elements. Shush. The Hungarian flag is red, white, and green. If you chop off the red bit off the top and put it on the bottom, you get white, green, red, which is the flag of Bulgaria. Bulgaria. Mark going for Poland originally. I think missing the bit where you had to stitch it back onto the bottom, because Poland is, of course, two stripes of red and white. Shape's going for Australia first. Oh, it might have meant to be Austria, but it looks more like Australia without the L. And then Poland. Zeus going for Libya. Fluffy going Indonesia and then Poland and then getting the answer Bulgaria. So using up a couple of refires there may not have been a great strategic play on that, Fluffy, because that last answer did come in right at the end. So it would have cost you a refire and maybe not have saved you many points. But still in the game. Still in the game. Bulgaria is the correct answer. Let's light you back up. Change at the top. Mark is now in the lead with 70. Toot slips into second with 59. Naughty Goth is back in third with 50. Shapes in fourth with 47. Zeus has got 41. Flyboy has 39, as does Fluffy Bunny. AB Me's on 33. Sam's on 30. Cola is on 22. Let's go to question number 5. Again, a maximum of 15 points being lost, 1 point per second. Take a look at this. Sail due west from Sao Tome and Principe, and you'll end up in which country? Shapes is there, as is Cola, as is Samson. Fluffy is incorrect. AB Me is there, Zeus is wrong, Flyboy is there. Naughty Goth is wrong. And that is time. No refires being played there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players getting it right, 3 players getting it wrong. And 2, I guess, abstaining. The correct answer was Brazil. A couple of degrees further north, mind, and the answer would have been France, because France is everywhere. France is everywhere. Yeah, it's wise to save those refires if you've not got an idea. Have one guess, and then if you don't know it, then. But remember, Mark, you can attempt the question once for free. It doesn't cost you a refire, so you can always have one free attempt. It doesn't cost you a refire just to try it and get it wrong. It's only if you have a second attempt. So always try it once, and if you don't know, then at that point, yeah, save the refire. Brazil was the right answer. Wrong answers included Guinea, Haiti, and Cameroon. All incorrect. Slightly back up. Mark's at the top, but with a dramatically reduced lead, down to 55 now. Shapes in second with 47. Now cut that out, it has moved down to third with 44. Naughty Goth has 35, Flyboy 34, Sam 29, AB Me 28, Zeus 26, Fluffy 24, Cola 21. We're halfway through. Let's go on to question number 6. Take a look. On what machine would you expect to find a pillion? Shapes is there. Sam is there, Fluffy is there, Cola is wrong. Zeus is there, Cola has now got there. AB Me and Toot are wrong. Naughty Goth has got there. And that is time. Cola, AB Me and Toot getting it wrong. Cola getting it on a refire, AB Me and Toot choosing not to refire. The correct answer is a motorcycle. Also accepted motorbike, cycle, bicycle, bike, and moped. It's the smallest second seat behind the main seat on a motorbike or bicycle. We did accept bike and bicycle as well. Everyone either getting that on their first go or, apart from Cola, who did take a refire to get there, but did get the correct answer eventually. Well played. Let's light you back up. AB Me, your door has gone red, which means you are in peril. If you get this question wrong, you will be eliminated. You've only got 13 points and a maximum drain of 15. Shapes now has the lead. Been a lot of change at the top in this round. Shapes in the lead with 47. Mark's in second with 40. Bit of a gap then down to Toot on 29. Sam on 27. Naughty Goth 24. Zeus and Fluffy on 22. Flyboy 19. Cola just out of peril on 16. And AB Me currently in peril with 13 points. Let's go to question number 7. 1 point per second. Take a look. In 2023, London's National Gallery had to deny that a painting by which Flemish artist was being removed due to a resemblance to Vladimir Putin. Sam has started the clock. Toot has got there now as well. AB Me is out of points. Oh, I don't think I can accept this answer that has been given by 2 players. Neither of the players refired. Shapes and Cola went for an answer. They went for the same answer. And they chose not to refire. It was the wrong answer, and I don't think I can allow it. Yeah, now I know what it must have been, the correct answer. Jan van Eyck. The joy of social media viral posts, as much as looks like Vlad and the clones, is a valid way of spotting a Van Eyck. This has never been grounds to remove one of his works. Yeah, Van Dyke was someone else. Both Cola and Shapes going for Van Dyke, as in Dick. But presumably another artist as well. Yeah, so close, but unfortunately it's not the correct answer. I don't think I can allow it. AB Me going through his options before running out of points. Rembrandt, Van Gogh, and then Manet. All of them incorrect. Naughty Goth going for Rembrandt. Mark going for Rubens. Refiring on Magritte, still incorrect. Flyboy going for Rembrandt. And then, yeah, Shapes and Cola going for Van Dyke. Toot getting Ike. Samster getting Van Eyck. Sam getting it first and then Toot getting it a bit later. We did accept either Ike or Van Eyck. Zeus going for Rubens and Fluffy going for Vermeer. Unfortunately, those are wrong answers, and that is going to be a big change to the score, but the biggest change of all goes to AB Me. First player out in this round. Survived a long time, but unfortunately your points have depleted. 27 questions in the escape artist, though it's a great hustle, so very well played, but unfortunately AB Me, it is the end of the road. And it's lights out! My. Shapes has still got the lead, but only just. 32 is the first place score for Shapes. Sam is in second with 27 after that excellent Van Eyck get there. Mark in third with 25, just a point ahead of Toot, who is on 24. Those are the top 4 players, Shapes, Sam, Mark and Toot in that order. And then Naughty Goth on 9, Zeus on 7, Fluffy on 7, Flyboy on 4, and Cola on 1. All 5 of those players in peril. Naughty Goth, Flyboy, Cola, Zeus, and Fluffy Bun. Get this question wrong, and you will be out of the game. Cola, you've got about a second after the first player gets it right to get your answer in, or you will be eliminated. Or just get it right first. Best of luck to you all. Here is question number 8. Which UK Prime Minister is the most recent to share their first name with a book of the Bible? Mark has got there. Cola's out of points. Toot is wrong. Zeus has got there. Shapes is wrong. Naughty Goth is wrong. Flyboy is wrong. Flyboy's out of points. Fluffy is wrong. Fluffy is out of points. Flyboy is wrong. Naughty Goth is out of points. Flyboy is wrong. But 4 players did get the correct answer. Was it Zeus who got there first? No, it was Mark who got there first. Or I might have to do some reviews of the scores coming in here because there could be some drama. The correct answer, which UK Prime Minister is the most recent to share their first name with a book of the Bible? The answer was John Major. We accepted either John or Major, or the full name John Major. Prior to John would have been James Callaghan. 1979 he resigned from office, and then you'd have to backtrack all the way to John Russell in 1846. Yeesh, says Dogfish. But yes, John Major. Since then we've had there wasn't a book of Tony, nor Anthony for that matter. There was not a book of Gordon. There was not a book of David. There was a character called David in the Bible, but there is not a book named after him. There is not a book of Teresa. There is not a book of Boris, or indeed Alexander. There is not a book of Elizabeth. There is not a book of Rishi, and there is not a book of Keir. Yeah, those are all the prime ministers. So let me just review. Naughty Goth, I don't know, lol. That's not going to fly. So you are out of points. Mark getting John Major and did indeed start the clock on that one, so well done there. Flyboy going Cameron, then Brown, and then Trust. None of those correct. And Flyboy, you are out of points. In fact, you ran out of points, Flyboy, and then you were still able to get 2 answers in. That's a bug. Flyboy, can you confirm? Did you run out of points and then you were still able to answer? Because I need to write that down. Still able to answer post-elimination in R3 hot seat of TEA. Flyboy, if you're here, if you could confirm that'd be really good to know, because apparently I've got 2 answers coming in from you after you ran out of points, which is interesting. Sorry, I was reviewing the answers, wasn't I? Only refires, but yes, it seemed like... Yeah, even with refires, once you're out of point... Okay, that might be a little bug in the code, so I'll go fix that. So yeah, even if you've got refires, once you're out of points, you're out of points. So I need to take a look at the code. Shapes going David and then Major. Shapes did get it on the refire. Toot going Callahan and then Major. Again, Toot getting it on the refire. Samson getting it straight away with John in 15 seconds. Zeus going Boris and then John Major. And Fluffy going Cameron. Incorrect. It does mean, for 4 players, it's the end of the game. Bit of a bloodbath of a question. 2 before the end. Naughty Goth, Flyboy, Cola and Fluffy Bunny. Great run up to here, but unfortunately your journey has come to an end. Thank you very much for playing. But it is the end of the road and it's lights out. I can't remember how refires work in the Shadow game of Podo. I don't think players get refires in the Shadow game, but I might be wrong. Yeah, there's no refires in the Shadow game. Also, once he's out, it's flagging it as a hot seat answer. So even if it were a Shadow game refire, it's highlighting it in the wrong way. It is accepting it as an answer. It's slightly academic because once you're out of points, it doesn't matter at the end of the question. If you've got no points, it will close your door anyway. So it's slightly academic, but I should probably fix it. Yeah, you only get 1 chance in the Shadow game. So, with 2 questions to go, Mark is back in the lead with 25. Shapes is in second with 23. Sam is in third with 20. Toot is in fourth with 14. And Zeus is in fifth with 6. Toot and Zeus are in peril. Still 15 points at stake on this question, 1 point every second. I have to say, this is one of the closest finals I think I've ever seen, with a lot of chopping and changing at the top. It's made for some very exciting viewing. I haven't even been looking at the graphics. I hope the graphics have been exciting for you guys. I've just been looking at the operator. Well, you might get to go in a minute, Zeus. Let's take a look at question number 9. Good luck. Played on a 10x10 board with playing pieces such as the Bomb and Marshall. Toot has answered correctly. Which board game takes its name from the Greek term for a military general? Zeus, you're out of points. You can go to the toilet. And that's time. Where's Sam gone? Oh, he's up there at the top right. That's why I can't see him. Yeah, Sam starting on 20, attempting an answer, but not refiring. I'm not sure if he's got any refires left. The correct answer... is it Stratajo? I think it's a soft G. Stratajo or Stratago. Stratajo. Samson going for Mastermind and losing the full gamut of 15. Zeus gets to go to the toilet now. He ran out of points before he could get... Is it Stratago? Oh, it is a hard G. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Stratago. Stratego. Oh, is it Stratego? Ah, stress is in the middle. So all these things that I'm learning, it's all very exciting. Stratego. Yes, thank you. I've got it now. Order! Everyone needs to stop immediately. Zeus, you can rest easy and go for a wee because you're out of points. Thank you very much for playing. It's the end of the road and it's lights out. And so we come to the final question, and I don't think I've seen a tighter finish than this, not for a long time. 1 point every half a second, and no maximum drain. If nobody gets the question right, then your clocks start, and they keep draining until you get it right or you hit 0. Samsa has 5 points, Toot has 14, Shapes has 23, Mark has 24. So here's the state of play. If Mark is the first player to answer this question correctly, Mark will be the escape artist and win the game. If anyone else answers it first, well, if Shapes answers it correctly first, Mark has half a second to get the answer in, or Shapes will win. If Toot or Sam are the first to answer, then Mark and Shapes, and potentially Toot, are limited on their time, and it's going to make for very interesting viewing. Hope you got some refires left. You may or may not need them. The very best of luck to all 4 of you for the final question of Game Night Season 18. Good luck. Of the German days of the week, only one has a unique first letter. What is the English name of that day? Wrong, wrong. Toot's got there, Sam's got there, Shapes has got there, Mark's clock is on. He's gone for the wrong answer and got the fast drain because he was out of refires and out of points now. The correct answer was Friday, which is Freitag. There are 2 M's, 2 D's, and 2 S's. Montag and Mittwoch for Monday and Wednesday. Dienstag and Donnerstag for Tuesday and Thursday. Samstag and Sonntag, beg your pardon, for Saturday and Sunday. Just to go over what happened there, Toot was the first player to get the correct answer before the drain started on everyone in 11.28 seconds, which put the pressure on to Shapes and Mark. But Shapes got the correct answer 1 second later, 12.17 seconds. Sam in between, 11.82 seconds. So it does survive. Mark was unable to get to the correct answer. He only had the first, looks like he'd only had, he'd used up all of his refires there. So only the first answer was acceptable. Shapes did have a refire, as did Sam, and they've used it to their advantage. Mark, great game, leading for a lot of it, but unfortunately, not tonight. It's the end of the road. And it's lights out. Which means we have 3 players remaining, but only one can be the escape artist. Congratulations to Samster and Toot for surviving all 30 questions and leaving yourselves with a score of 3 and 14 respectively. But there can be only one escape artist, and it goes to the player with the highest score with 21 points and surviving all 30 questions. Congratulations to Shapes. You are the escape artist. And there he goes. He says, see you next season. So he does. And Shapes, that is only your 2nd victory in the escape artist. So very, very, very well done indeed. 2nd medal to you. Toot is denied his 12th escape artist medal. Samster is denied his 6th escape artist medal, and Mark is denied his 5th escape artist medal. So Shapes taking the 2nd medal there. Very many congratulations. Oh, hello Panda. Elias5891, welcome to the stream, and I will cash in those 10,000 pennies, 10,000 micro pennies for 1,000 pennies in just a minute. Lovely to have you here right at the end. I hope you've enjoyed the finale. Let's just take a peep at the final leaderboard before we go to the penny prize draw. And that is the total number of questions correct. That should have written pennies to the penny bank. Last opportunity, by the way, to cash in your pennies. So cash those micro pennies in, because we're about to do the prize draw where all of those pennies will be put into a lottery, and there's a chance to win some fabulous prizes. But Shapes of 22 out of 30 is a fantastic effort. Mark 20 out of 30, Toot 19 out of 30. There's no gold, silver and bronze in this game, just the winner medal. But those will convert into pennies. Is it times 50? Someone tell me. They should have added to the bank already. I still haven't added that to the operator yet. I think it's times 50. It might be times 100. Oh, times 20? That doesn't seem... Oh no, it wouldn't be times 100. That would be crazy. So yeah, add a 0 and double. So yeah, Shapes 440 pennies. It's not bad. Not a bad night's work. Well done everyone. I hope you enjoyed that. Can I extend a massive thank you to Dogfish? That was an excellent pack. Excellent pack of the escape artists there, Dogfish. A fine way to end the season. There is, Mr. Vertigo, sound effect when someone's score hits 0 in round 3. There is. It's just the same as the lock-in sound effect, so it's not as obvious. But that's always been the way. Mr. Vertigo asking in the Discord, can there be a sound effect when someone's score hits 0 in round 3? But there already is. It's just blended in with all of the other burns that is going on. So, yeah. Maybe there could possibly be a different one. Right. Penny prize draw coming up in just a moment. So, oh, more people joining the chat. No! The operator's just died on me. Oh.
What a shame.
Fortunately, the pennies had already written, and I can go to the credits just by pressing a button on the escape artist. So that seems an appropriate way to end it, but blissfully, everything had already been written. Unfortunately, all the raid messages had gone, which is a tremendous shame. And also, you won't be able to check your pennies now until I reload the operator. So I'm going to roll the credits, get the operator back up and running, and then we will do the penny prize draw. Congratulations to Shapeso. You are the escape artist. It lives. Get your raid messages back in. Oh, I'm so glad that the pennies have been written. The pennies get written the pennies get written when the leaderboard displays. Most games they do when the credits are. I would have been so annoyed. So annoyed. Actually, what am I talking about? It would have been fine because the graphics were still there. The pennies get written from the graphics. I just get a debug log in the operator, so it was fine anyway. It wouldn't have been a problem either way. But it does live. Get 160 pennies. This is the last bonus before the penny prize draw. See if you can remember your raid messages. And welcome everyone back to the stream. I'm not going to read all your names again, as much as Clive would love me to do that. Some good ones coming in now. Check the Twitch replay. Right. Never a tighter finish, I like that. Get those raid messages coming in for the duration of this, and I'm going to load the prize draw software, which is the last time it's going to be used, actually, because I'm going to rebuild it for next season. Right, no. Yes. No. There's some really good ones there. There's some really good ones that I was sort of definitely leaning toward. Clive had one that was really rude, but I can't now remember. So see if you can remember that one, Clive. That was one of the favourite ones that I'd seen so far. But keep the others coming in as well. The pennies, right? Oh, what? Pennies? Oh, for God's sake. It's done this thing again where it's stopped the bonus, and I'm not entirely sure why. I need to look into this. So I'm going to make it shorter. Broken operator is broken. Shorter time, just 30 seconds. And let's make it, go on, let's make it 500. Yeah, it's done this a couple of times now. It's just like stopped running it. So yeah, I need to find out what's going on inside the coroutine. But hey ho, I'm going to make it shorter indeed. So I'm just going to stay on this page until the bonus is over. Right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There you go. Right. That has worked that time. Right. Just can't remember my raid message. Just one vendetta. Oh, that was it. Shamelessly ripping off Clyde's raid message. Right. Give me just a second. I'm also going to have to reset my scene captures in OBS because this one, why are you 5x4? You stupid thing. This one is done via is not a built piece of software yet, so I just need to finagle that. If you give me a moment just to get everything in order, and then we will draw some prizes. While I'm doing that, I'll try and remind you of the rules of the penny prize draw. If you're here, you get to claim one of the prizes on offer. If you're not here, then you still get a prize, but you get what's left at the end. I will ping you in Discord as a courtesy, give you about a minute to respond. Yeah, that's about the level of it. So happy days. Right, let's go to studio mode, and then game cam is what we need, and we need to go unbuilt graphics capture on. Oh, I've made it simpler for myself. What a hero. What a lad. Hey, game night season 18 prize draw. Just before we do the prize draw, I didn't cash in the pennies from Panda and Narlyquin, so I need to do that first, I think. So let me do that real quick. Who am I giving bonus pennies to? Elias 5891 and Gnarly Quinn, award 1000. There we go, and that's it. No more micro penny requests. Any more that come in now will be refunded to you, because when I click the button in a minute, it's going to do a load of calculations, and it's going to, full disclosure, it does the calculations and picks all 10 at the beginning rather than one at a time. But yes, when I click the next button, that is what will happen. So, and Bully's special prize, and of course then yes, the pennies will all get reset for this season. So happy days indeed. What I am actually going to do real quick, because this is bothering me, can I shift that to that window? Not easily, apparently. Goodness me, this is slow. Oh, I know why it's slow. Oh, piss. Yeah, I probably don't want to be dragging that around. Sorry, I know this is high quality content at the moment, but I've just done something rather daft. Piss. 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 Come on. Wake up. Oh, no. Okay. It's doing something. There we go. Right. And go to that one. Come on. There we go. Right. Yeah, sorry, there's one component that is so chock full of stuff that it's it's so chock full of stuff that it's like seriously problematic if I leave the inspector focused on that component. So right, more raid messages. Piss, piss, piss going in. It Clives. Wankety blank, that was a good one. We find Zeus at the store after going for a week. I don't get this store meme. Around the world in 80 days. Right, let's do the draw. Let's press the magic button, and here we go. Ta-da! There are the... Oh, dear me, that's not a great layout, is it? Let's squidge you down, but not that much. Oh, hello, Skybox. I see you, Skybox. There you go, that'll do. Right, that's the reason I need to rebuild this. So... how this works for the uninitiated, if you've not seen it before, season 18 piss draw. I'm going to press the button to draw, and it will pick a random name from the pennies that have been given out over this season. So, you know, Clive finished top of the leaderboard on 53,106. JR in second, 49,773. Oh, JR. Just short of 50,000, and ABB in third, 47,292. Every penny that you have earned is functionally a raffle ticket that goes into this draw. So the more pennies you have, the more chance you have of winning. But it does not necessarily mean that everyone at the top is going to automatically win. So, best of luck to you all. Prizes up for grabs are the same as they always are. We've got a £15 QWERTY voucher, 2 of those available. A Twitch sub of your choice, 2 of those available. And it doesn't have to be this channel or channel in the community. It can be if you want it to be, but it can be any channel that you like, that you care to name. I will gift a sub to you of that channel. If you did want this channel or channel in the community, you're very welcome to wait until season 19 starts. Just remind me at the start of season 19 so that you get sort of the most out of it, if that makes sense. A month of Discord Nitro, 2 of those available, and a £10 Steam voucher, 2 of those available. There is a cooldown on that if we're not already friends on Steam, and of course a £10 Amazon voucher, for which I will need an email address, which I will get from you in DM if you are the recipient of that prize. Those are the prizes up for grabs. Let's do the draw. Or don't do the draw. Oh no, I've already done go to draw. I need to do... Ah, piss. I've gone on to that component. This really needs rebuilding, like, really badly. I mean, it's already been built really badly. It needs rebuilding properly. Right, pick next prize winner. That's the button I need to press. Here we go. Good luck to you all. First prize winner is... We Like Shapes. You are the winner of the first prize. Congratulations. And you've won a prize as well. Steve, what have we got? So Shapes has, the last few seasons, has finished top of the leaderboard and hasn't always won a prize. This time he's finished 4th with 40,213. And he's won a prize. Shapes, what would you like? Oh, hello. It's carte blanche. Anything you fancy. What are you going for? What are you going for? Amazon, please. The Ethernet cable that brings me to you tonight has snapped so I can get a new one. That's a perfect thing to spend your Amazon monies on. £10 Amazon voucher. A signed prize to Shapes. There you go. Shapes, DM me your email address and I'll do that as soon as stream finishes. I know you've sent it to me before, but send it to me again because I always forget. Right, next prize winner. Here we go. You're very welcome, Shapes. JR, who finished 2nd this season, 49,773 pennies, just missing out on the 50,000 pennies this season. But JR, what would you like? Everything still available? A Steam voucher coming your way. If we're not friends on Steam, JR, I think there's a 3 or 4 day cooldown period. £10 Steam voucher, a signed prize. Which I will send you a friend request. Or if you send me a friend request on Steam, or send me your friend link invite via DM, I'll add you on Steam, and then if we're not friends already, I'll get that sorted with you. But congratulations on your prize. Yeah, we'll figure it out. And thank you very much for all your effort with the question writing this season, and everything else as well. Very much appreciated. Next prize winner. Let's pick someone else. Riff Raccoon. Riff, are you here tonight? I don't believe I've seen you tonight, but I might be wrong. Riff, where did you end up this season? 41st with 12,410 pennies. Riff, I don't see a Riff, so let's go and give him a little ping in Discord. Riff, you've won a prize. Come to stream if you can. So we'll give Riff about a minute, and then we'll mark him as absent. If Riff doesn't appear, then we'll mark him as absent, and we'll let him have what's left over at the end. That's why it's not trash this time. Absolutely. Oh, is this where the going to the store meme comes from, JR? I was not aware. I will watch that in a bit. Any sign of Riff coming online? Ah, Riff has just gone from orange to green. So if they can come to stream, they might be able to claim a prize. So we'll give them another 30 seconds. But yeah, they definitely come to online now. And they were definitely idle before. Thank you for that, JR. Right, I'm going to give Riff 10 seconds to appear in one form or another, and then we will mark them as absent. I love my little countdown button. 3, 2, 1, and we're going to have to mark Riff as absent because rules is rules. And they haven't appeared in chat or in Discord or pinged me back, so we'll have to mark them as absent. And if they appear before the end, then we'll see what happens from there. But for now, Riff is going to be marked as absent. There it goes. Right, next prize winner then. Yeah, no. Let's not go there, Clive. Lewis, are you here tonight? Not seeing him in chat. Is he online? Let me give him a little ping. He's offline at the moment. You've won a prize. Come to stream if you can. Bloody hope not. Right, I pinged Lewis a message. Lewis, of course, one of the proofing team. Tends to be my go-to guy for things. He's finished in 49th with 8,006 pennies this season. He's probably out somewhere, quite possibly. It doesn't look to be coming online. My go-to guy for things. Normally, if I need a question verifying, if I need an answer verifying or something, then yeah, Lewis will be my my go-to guy. He doesn't appear to be coming online though. I should probably give him a reasonable amount of time, as I did with Riff. But my go-to thing for guys, that's completely different, Shakes. That's a different thing entirely. Yeah. What are you lot like? Turn the airways blue tonight. I'm not sure he's coming, but I'll give him the 10-second countdown. And Huey went reading some news. It looks like we've got another absentee, so Lewis will have what's next left over. Winner absent.
What a shame.
What a shame. Our next prize winner is Ralph. You are our next prize winner, finishing 5th this season, 38,088 pennies. Lupine, are you here tonight? Yes, you are. Are you still with us? Hello, Lupine. You've won a prize. What would you like? What would you like? Still everything available? You'll have the other Steam voucher. That is the last of the Steam vouchers. Let's take a look. Twitch sub, £15 per voucher. Where is the other Steam voucher? I'm afraid it does not exist. Oh, there it is. £10 Steam voucher. A signed prize. There you go, Lupine. I'm fairly sure we're already friends on Steam, so I'll sort that for you at the end of stream. Very well done, and thank you for everything you've done with the writing this season and for taking part in Game Night. I hope you've had a good season. Next winner. Ab208, as Emily calls him. It's AB Me! Finishing in 3rd with 47,292 pennies this season. Congratulations. Abma. What would you like from the prize board? No Steam left, I'm afraid, but anything else is yours for the taking. Time for a Twitch sub, absolutely. Let me know. Whoops. Oh, crap. I need to do that. Let me know, sign prize Twitch sub, which channel you'd like that to go to. Yeah, Dexter's still there with me. He's asleep in his basket, Prudes. If you want to see him. Bloody hand out of the way. There he pleep. So maybe I won't show my debit card on stream. It's expired, to be honest. It's my business debit card. I got a replacement one the other day, and apparently that one's still there. Yeah, he's pleeping. He's had like 3 or 4 WALKs today. Be quiet, Zeus. Stop being silly. Stop being stupid. Where was I? Had I assigned a prize? I did. Yeah, ABB, let me know who you'd like that to go to and when, if you want to wait a certain time period, and I will get you that sorted. Congratulations, and thank you for everything you've done this season. Let's pick another prize winner. Jerry. Are you here, Jerry? Woo indeed. What would you like? Other Amazon voucher, absolutely. Where is it? Amazon, £10 Amazon voucher, assigned prize. There you go, Jerry. Thank you very much for everything you've done this season. I hope you've enjoyed season 18. And again, if you could DM me your email address, like now, and I'll sort that for you. If your email address is there at the top of my inbox, I'll do it immediately after stream. Same with you, Shapes. Just send me a DM with your email address, and I will do that like immediately. Yeah, like now. Then that'd be really handy. And then it's either that or you can wait like 20 weeks, and then I'll forget about it until like season 42 or whatever. Next prize winner. Proogs, you've won a prize. Jerry incidentally finished 37th with 13,662 pennies. Yeah, Proogs, you've got a prize. What would you like? What would you like? What would you like? What have we got? What have we got? Oh, what have we got? We got no. We got no else. Say, what have we got? What have we got? What have we got? Oh, what have we got? We got no. We got no else. What do we got? What do we got? QWERTY. Good choice. I like QWERTY. QWERTY is they do daily t-shirts, for those of you who don't know. They're available for a day or two and then they're gone forever. Most of the t-shirts I wear on stream, including this one, came from QWERTY, although I think this was popular enough to get persisted into the long-term store. If certain designs are really, really popular, they last there forever. But most designs you see are only available for a day or two. Proofs. I will sort you out a QWERTY voucher. They've also got like hoodies and other paraphernalia as well. Congratulations and thank you for all your efforts with writing this season, and I hope you've enjoyed season 18. It's been lovely having you. How many prizes have we got left? We had 2 absentees and we've got 2 other prizes. So, 2 to go. Here's our penultimate prize winner. Michael M238, relatively new member of the community, I believe. Looks like they're still here. Michael, you've won a prize. Finishing 34th, relatively new, but still 34th, and 14,272 pennies in their relatively limited tenure. Michael, what would you like? You've got a month of Discord Nitro, a QWERTY voucher, or a Twitch sub of your choice. What would you like? If you're still here. I hope you're still here. You're still here in the chat, apparently. I can still ping you. Oh, the QWERTY voucher. Excellent choice. Again, Michael, are you in the Discord, by the way? QWERTY voucher. There you go. There's a lot of Pokemon ones as well. In fact, I've got one. Good. Can you send me a DM? Hello, Fallen Angel. Welcome on into the stream. Nice to see you. Yeah, send me a DM just so I don't have to search you. But I know they've got an Evolution one, which I would go and get now, but I'll send you a picture post stream. So because obviously your Eevee is your picture. There's one with a picture of Eevee with all the tails. Honestly, there's so many. It's a really good website, and I must have spent north of £400 or £500 on that website over the years. I've got like 70 t-shirts in my drawers. But yeah, the Evolution way, it's a really, really nice t-shirt. So that might be one. I could recommend to you, Michael. I see your friend request coming in. I'll sort that with you straight after stream. So thank you. Welcome to the community. As I say, you're relatively new here. Yes, I hope you've had a good time in season 18. We look forward to seeing you in season 19. Yes, I got that request. Thank you very much, Michael. And yeah, we'll see you next season. One more prize winner then. Who's it going to go to? Let's take a look. It's Matt the Sprat, fresh from his victory in Red Herrings. And you get a prize as well, Matt. What would you like? You got a Discord Nitro or a Twitch sub of your choice. What would you fancy? Where did Matt finish? Matt finished 7th this season, 37,012 pennies. 7th is very good. Top 10 for you, Matt. The Twitch sub, absolutely. Let me know which channel you'd like that to go to and when you'd like it to start, and I will sort that with you. Congratulations, and I hope you've had a good season. Winner penny positions 4, 2, 41, 49, 5, 3, 37, Triggs 34, and the bonus It's number 7. Thank you for the stats there, Panda. And congratulations to all the prize winners. And thank you to everybody for all you've done this season over Game Night. It turns out the 2 Nitros are left. So that's for Lewis and Riff. Turns out you both win Discord Nitro. Hooray! And that, my friends, is it for another season. And what a season it has been. Yeah. It was a long time coming. It was a long time coming because there was that big gap between 17 and 18. And as I remarked the other day, I'm not feeling anything in that burnout that I had before, and I'm really glad to be back. It's been a wonderful season. It's been great for me from a technology point of view in terms of moving over towards the operator and things, which I'm say still some teething issues, and I think the reason it's crashing is because it's this version of Unity is a little bit unstable, so the inspector just occasionally shits itself and dies, which is a shame. But when it's built, which it very nearly is, because it's basically at a point now where it can be built, it's going to be good. So that's been fun. Lovely to have my annual collab with Huds as well, and see Huds and Hibby go to the top of the Money Box leaderboard. That was really great. Always enjoy doing that sort of stuff. Of course, a crossover week last week with Ash as well. That was a tremendous amount of fun. And I'm looking forward to doing it all over again in a few weeks' time. Like I say, I'm off next week, so no streams from me Thursday or Saturday next week. And the following Thursday, I'm away with work. Plus, I like to start streams on the Saturday, so it then gives me one stream, and then I'm off for a few days, and then I get back into the regular rotation. And a final message from our sponsor, Puzzle Dan.
Thank you, Ben, and all the writers and the proofers that made this a great season. Here's to next season, Ben.
Absolutely. Thank you for the 100 bits, Dan. And yes, a very, very many thanks to all of the writers. The writing this season has been absolutely top draw. Delighted to say I've got significantly more writers taking up the mantle next season. I had, if anything, slightly, well, not quite too many, but I had 18 people responding. At least half of them said they were happy to write for the majority of the games. So that schedule has been blocked for season 19. I will be publishing the exact details of it in the next week or so. But I can tell you we're going to be starting back on Saturday the 12th of July, and we're going to be playing Plinko by Dogfish, so who's just finished this season, he's also starting the next one. Plinko by Dogfish, Data Leak by Jogging, and Danger Zone by Fluffy. Now, this is the pack from this season that crapped out halfway through. Fluffy has very kindly replaced the 2 rounds that got used, and we're using the other 3 rounds that we didn't see. So that's a pack that should have been in season 18, but we didn't quite get through. But that's going to be kicking the season off on the 12th of July. Plinko, Data Leak, and Danger Zone. I will leave the final penny leaderboard up for another couple of days before I do the big penny reset, and then your pennies will go back to 0, and we'll do it all over again for season 19 in a couple of weeks' time. Again, massive thanks to all of the writing team, to all of the proofing team for all of their work behind the scenes as well, to all of the admins and the moderators in the Discord and on Twitch who've kept the wolves from the door and kept me sane as well. It's your work is always very much appreciated, and thank you as ever. I'll post the final leaderboard for the season into the Discord, which you can go and join right there when the stream finishes, and I'll get those prizes out like sort of now-ish tonight. That's my goal, because otherwise I just put it off forever, and it's still relatively early, so I think I'm going to go crack another beer and then do my post-stream admin, and all will be well. One more final job, and these players are going to get a little bit of a bonus going into next season, because obviously the pennies will get wiped, but then you get your raid message added on as a booster for the start of the season. It's going to be... I think I need to give 50 to Clive for suggesting it in the first place, but I'm not really sure I can go with Ben. We are raiding into JB, so I suppose it's kind of fine. Ben fucked Profumo in Greg's and he's not sorry. It was the other one, actually. Clive, you could put the other one in. Ben takes full responsibility for the Profumo affair. That was funny. Conradla gets 50 pennies for piss, piss, piss. That's for sure. I'll give Shakes 50 for that Profumo affair one. Well, that's a possible contender as well. I'll see if Clive submits that other one. If he does, then great, we'll go with that. Just 1 piss, but 3. That was it. I, Ben Lathbury, take full responsibility for the Profumo affair. In which case, I'm going to give Oni 50 consolation pennies for wankety blank. And that's going to be our raid message. Got to be done. I'll retroactively add those pennies back on after the season pennies get cleared in just a minute. But we're going to go and raid JB Henry, who's doing The Legend of Zelda. I've got to stop stretching like that because I keep cutting my head off on top of the stream. Thank you all for a wonderful Season 18. Enjoy the week off next week. Don't forget, you can go and give Ash a follow as well in the interim, because he's going to be here next Wednesday and Friday. I'm not here next week, but I will be back the week after, the Saturday after, 2 weeks today. And look forward to seeing you all then. And that's it. That's everything. That's all the quiz done for another season. I'll see you in a couple of weeks' time if I don't catch you on Ashes or in the Discord before. Do come join us in the Discord, by the way. We're a lovely bunch. You have been watching Game Night, Season 18 with me, Royal Flush. Until next time, be splendid and wonderful and marvellous and safe as always. And until we meet again in Season 19, take care, peace out, and good night.